Welcome back to Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoa! Sorry we a little late, y'all, but good things come to those who wait.
Women be shopping. Women be shopping. Women be shopping.
Okay, that was funny.
You know y'all be shopping. You be shopping all the time.
I save my money.
Okay. Somebody shop for you. See?
It's going to be one of those days, as usual.
Like, dang, couldn't get 5 minutes into the show?
I just said women be shopping.
Like, shit.
They do be shopping. No, I'm just kidding. But this is Gil's Arena, presented by Underdog Fantasy. As always, we got the legend Gilbert Arenas. Here with us. What's up, Gil?
What up?
Last show before we go to Vegas. 700,000 subscribers. Life is good.
I don't know why I have a sweater on.
It's hot as shit outside.
You do. It's hot as fuck.
I don't know, man. I'm over here, Mel. Can I get a napkin, please?
In your own house?
Yeah, I'm over here like I was like,
It's a nice sweater. It's a nice sweater, though.
All you had to do was walk downstairs.
It's like this nice.
Very hot outside.
Good with your shoes.
Especially out here.
We got Lexie Brown back in the arena. Always a pleasure having you here.
Love being here.
How you doing?
Good. I commentated our game last night.
Okay.
how'd you like? Did you like it?
It was cool. It was hard.
Yeah.
We didn't really play that well, so that made it very hard. But it was fun. They told me yesterday morning at shoot-around, they're like, you want to come commentate tonight?
That's how much a heads up you got? Wow. Okay.
I was like, sure. But I miss being on the bench, so.
Were you biased?
Oh, 100%. Anybody who tuned in was like, who is this Sparks person? And it was me, a player. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool.
Naturally. Game against the Lynx last night. Did not go as
It was
as we
not
hoped,
good.
but
It was not good.
nonetheless, we will keep striving for excellence. And we got the man known as Cemetery Larry. Rashad McCants is back here with us. With the Demetrius Jamel Morant throwback, Murray State.
Yeah.
Okay. 12 is back.
It's a new day. New players and new teams to pick.
Oh, still on the hunt. Free agent, how's free agency
John's
going?
one of them, though, for sure.
He might bring you over to Memphis.
No, not the Memphis Blues.
Just
I'm not going to get 2 players in the team.
Okay.
2 players in the team. That ain't going to be the team for sure.
Not the team, but definitely might be the player.
For sure.
So if you've been watching our Gil's Arena all-time draft NBA 2K simulation, then you know that Kenyon's team completed the sweep of Brandon's squad Tuesday, and Gil celebrated Kenyon's series win with some standard trolling. We got some video.
You lucky this ain't my house, because it would be no cameras or nothing in here.
Sure. Any tissue?
It's fucking goddamn fucking tissue. Fucking tissue. I know.
You know? gotta clean up the arena.
I would never fuck with Michael Jordan ever again, even in real life.
Even in real life, Brandon.
Swear to God. Thank you, bro.
Had to clean up the arena.
He got a trash bag on. Got to hold all the trash bag.
For everybody listen to the audio version, Gil was dressed as a janitor in his own theater room, had to clean it up.
In his own theater room.
Had to clean up the arena after Brandon was swept by Kenyon squad. But we got game 4 today. Gil, your second-ranked squad taking on Rashad's third-ranked squad. Your team's up 2-1 right now. Game 4 in the Garden. Are you going to take the 3-1 lead?
Trying.
Or is Rashad going to tie the series up? You have faith in your squad still?
No, they told me he was cheating. I got to check all the sliders.
Check the sliders.
Simulation.
I don't know.
I got to check everything now. I didn't do my due diligence before. Now I'm just going to make my adjustments. Make all my adjustments, and we're going to be good.
Got to verify everything.
So when Kenyon team is blowing out Brandon's team, that's fine. I beat his team, I'm cheating.
Yeah, that's
Pretty much.
I mean, have nothing to do with that.
Everybody knows Brandon picked the worst team. Like, he's not supposed to win no games. He wasn't supposed to beat none of us.
Okay. In theory,
this is beyond. How is your team supposed to beat my team?
My team is the lineup. It's a certain lineup that can beat your team because we got the best.
But have you used that lineup?
No.
Okay.
Wait, so how does
No,
the
and-
simulation work? Y'all can like
And the team
change
that
things?
won.
We put our teams, and then we adjust it before, and then we let the
and then
computer
you just
play
do
it
the
out.
rest. Okay.
So the game I won, it wasn't the lineup that was my winning lineup. I won just based on the fact that we was just better than y'all.
What was my lineup? You didn't realize that. I adjusted
You had the
mine.
Magic Johnson lineup.
Yeah,
But you still had a big lineup.
I'm at the Magic Johnson lineup.
You had a big lineup. But now that I know what your lineup is, it's a series. That's why you play this whole series, right? 7 games. I got 2 games to figure out what your adjustments is. You had 2 to. All right. You cheated the game one. Game 1 was a clear cheat.
Game
So we
one.
won. It's really 1-1.
Game one. How was game one a cheat?
Because you put my guys, they wasn't the top guys. My guys like 91.
I have 9 players and 7 got re-upgraded. 7.
We're going to figure it out, though. Yeah, I ain't tripping.
Make sure you pull up today.
We got 7 games. We ain't
I'm trying to figure out why am I the cheater, and
Well,
in
Gil-
2K history this year, the best player in the game is Michael Jordan, right? I don't have him. The second best player is LeBron. I have him. Third is Kareem. I have him. Fourth is Magic. I have him. Fifth is Dirk. I have him. Sixth is Duncan. I have him. I have 5 of the top 6 2K players. He has 7. He's number 7. That's Larry Bird. So I don't understand why I'm
else-
cheating.
what else-
If he beat me,
What
we
else
should be
does he
saying he
have?
cheating.
What else does he have?
He
He has a history of cheating.
He does. Gil,
That's what else he has. What is he talking about? I have this, I have
everything.
that.
Gil, you are
wanna
notorious.
leave out the fact that he has a history of
You're a
cheating.
self-proclaimed cheater.
You're a self-proclaimed cheater.
You've admitted it on this
A
program.
proud and self-proclaimed
But
cheater
is it cheating
you.
or taking advantage of the
No.
circumstance?
That's not what you
That
said.
is a fair. That is
That's
fair.
a cheater.
It's not cheating, it's taking advantage of, like there's a gym, I'm taking advantage.
If we have a shootout at the district,
that's
and
not
Gil goes
cheating,
to the
that's just taking
district.
advantage.
And I know the owner, he owes me favors.
Yeah, but those favors were not offered to everybody
Like
else.
cheating.
Out.
Cheating
Hey,
is
Ronnie 2K, I could just call you.
You did call Ronnie 2K, Gil.
Fucking
cheating.
serious?
Cheating is I turn the sliders up or down, which I'm not that dumb because I know they're gonna check. Duh.
No. So you're a smart
Smart cheater.
self-proclaimed,
No, I just-
proud
He
cheater.
just called Ronnie and was like, how can I do this
Oh, you called him?
without them
To help
noticing?
No,
you?
all I do is just run 100 simulations against every lineup I think he's gonna pick. So if I run a lineup and I got beat, I'll adjust a lineup until it beats that lineup. Then I write it down.
And then
So when
it
he
don't
puts the
matter.
lineup, I put the lineup that's gonna
some
be.
math scientist shit over
Because it's
here.
a simulation. We can.
That is a lot of work for an NBA 2K simulation.
That is a
That's a
lot
lot.
of work.
lot. Just to beat me.
Got a lot of time.
So Gil, you're not a cheater. You're
Just
just.
to beat me. I just show up like, hey, okay, yeah, but change it.
Man, look, I'm not.
You
gonna
are
lie.
championship
I'm not gonna lie. There is a lineup that I haven't beaten yet on his. I'm not gonna tell him.
Chat,
I'm not gonna tell him.
chat, investigate, figure out the answer.
They've been asking me for the lineup. They want us to put the lineups online so they can load them up and play with them. They've been begging for it.
Well, we will see what happens in Game 4 tonight. But here's what's cracking in the arena today. Uh-oh.
I did figure out something though. So you know how like we were doing, we put the minutes on. We put the minutes, and then they supposed to play those minutes. And I'm like, yo, I don't put
It ain't been working.
I don't put Julius in.
Right.
I found out how not to put Julius in.
It's the timeline. Rotation timeline?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's the last one.
Yes, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
I seen it, but I was like, what the fuck is all this?
Yeah,
I
so
don't got time
so
for it.
there's no subs. My 5 guys, 48.
You can put
Oh, you
48.
You running that Tibbs
There ain't-
program.
48.
I thought there was, ain't there fatigue on? Fatigue on?
Yeah.
Okay.
We gonna
48.
work you. But here's what's cracking in the arena today. Ja Morant has been cleared to return to basketball activities from the shoulder injury that sidelined him for most of last season. But what should we expect from Ja this season? KD responded to the recent trade rumors saying he's committed to the Suns, but how good can the Suns be if their big three stays healthy this season? And Kawhi Leonard has withdrawn from Team USA, but is Derek White the best option to replace him on the 12-man roster, or should another Celtic that won Finals MVP have been picked instead? There were some thoughts, some tweets hurled some things we will need to discuss. Before we get into all that, as always, this show is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Do yourself a favor, download the app, use promo code GIL. You can get up to $250 in bonus cash, plus a special pick'em. And as a reminder, this is our last show at Gil's house for a cool minute because
the last show today?
This is the
Today's Wednesday or Thursday.
Gil, you gave us
Wednesday.
We needed to recalibrate, regroup before our travel day to Las Vegas, get our minds right, do some laundry, all those good things. But we will be
You just had a day off last damn Thursday.
holiday. You didn't want to do holiday pay, Gil.
You do it?
No, I'm just saying. How many goddamn Thursdays y'all need off?
Get him.
This is like
tired, boss. We tired.
This is like private school, dog.
Facts.
Hey,
I pay you $32,000, dog. You supposed to have school every day.
Gil, I go from public schools like that now too. 12:30 dismissals and all. Like this is babysitting.
No, don't send my kid home.
Facts.
Yeah.
We work. I'm on the air.
I know, like, yeah, Jewish
8 to 3.
Jewish holiday. My son ain't Jewish. Take your ass to school.
He is today.
What you doing home? I had plans.
Doing home. What you doing here?
We had things we wanted to do today.
Where your teacher at?
Get to work. What y'all on? But as a reminder, we'll be in Las Vegas at the SiriusXM Studios at the Wynn. Show starting this Saturday, 1 p.m. Pacific to 3 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 to 6 Eastern. We will be at the Wynn Saturday through Wednesday. We got all types of special guests coming through. Most of the Gills Arena crew, obviously. Lexie, you will not be there. You will be there in spirit.
Yeah. Maybe I'll pop
You know,
in.
maybe a light pull up.
Steve, maybe I'll pop in.
You got a new budget. Stop playing. Stop playing.
Light budget.
got a little weekend,
Maybe I'll pop
You know, underdog spared, no expense. We will get. We got the corporate card.
When is y'all break?
Tuesday's our last game.
For All-Star?
Is there the Olympic break?
So
too, right?
yeah, you'll be
All-Star
there.
and then Olympic.
Oh, so y'all.
Could,
All-Stars
but-
Yeah, she could.
Where's All-Star?
She could Wednesday,
All-Stars in
Thursday.
Phoenix.
She can be there Wednesday, Thursday. Wait, is it Phoenix?
Yeah.
Okay, well, pull up if you feel so inclined. We do have the corporate card, and we are down to run it up.
My
You
ears
down to run it up?
telling me Phoenix. What's down there?
We have spent some time out there. We're just out there Final
Gotta
Four.
start talking good about the Suns so I can welcome.
And as always, we do MostlyFans. At the end of every show, if you drop a good question in the chat with the Underdog Fantasy username and we use it on this program, you get a $50 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account. If you send us a video at mostlyfansgil@gmail.com, keep it under 30 seconds, we use it on the show, $100 bonus to your Underdog Fantasy account. As always, we do this show live most of the time from Monday through Thursday, except when we force Gil to give us off days. But if you can't watch it with us live on YouTube, we got audio versions available on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. So we're gonna start this with the breaking news on the Team USA front. Kawhi Leonard is withdrawing from Team USA. Unfortunate turn of events. Surprising, not surprising.
Not really.
Is it surprising?
We got the news. Shams reported it. Withdrawn from Team USA for the Paris Olympics. Sources told Shams and the Athletics' Joe Varden. Derek White has subsequently been named as his replacement. That's according to them and Mark Spears. So USA Basketball also released a statement on Kawhi withdrawing, and they said the following. Kawhi has been ramping up for the Olympics over the past several weeks and had a few strong practices in Las Vegas. He felt ready to compete. However, he respects that USA Basketball and the Clippers determined it's in his best interest to spend the remainder of the summer preparing for the upcoming season rather than participating in the Olympics Games in Paris.
Wow.
So they strong-armed you.
Interesting.
That's a very interesting.
Get your ass back to the Clippers facility and get ready for this. We got the Intuit Dome opening.
Paris and
Fuck all
not played. Like what?
I feel like I'm a necessary evil in these moments like this because a lot of shit that's not being said needs to be said. That little thing that we just seen could be every single player on the roster.
I think particularly Kawhi and Embiid, who both
All of them.
had injury
All
issues
of
this past
them.
season.
Hey, listen.
LeBron,
we're all at a certain age where we're not going to risk
Tatum
being available next season.
Tatum and Drew Holiday, you just coming off of a championship run, playing way too much basketball.
Cool, yeah.
Move,
Sit the fuck down.
move around this
You know what
summer,
I'm
get
saying?
back
Like,
ready.
and then, like we was talking about, giving these young players the opportunity to really like go out there and prove that you're the next level of USA basketball, right? LeBron and them wanted to come in and save the legacy of USA basketball by continuing to be undefeated, whatever. FIFA showed us that shit. These young guys, they ain't getting it done. Let's put a couple more together. Let's see what they can do. Y'all old fellas, chill. Let's let them lose a couple. Let's let them. If they can't get it done, like, what are we saying? So Kawhi, I think Kawhi got down there and seen that he didn't like none of them niggas. I don't like none of y'all. And I'm
not going to Paris with y'all.
I'm cool, man.
I'm not trying to go to Paris
USA
with you.
basketball is like basketball boot camp.
And think about it, you down there with a bunch of dudes that you got to compete against in the regular season, and you looking and seeing how they work and all that. It's like, man, fuck them.
So
All of y'all.
Kawhi played in 68 games with the Clippers this season, his most since joining the team, but missed the final 8 games of the regular season and 4 of the Clippers' 6 playoff games with inflammation in his surgically repaired right knee. Just want to throw that out there.
Can y'all put that back up there?
I
Can we please
respect that
put
he
the
went and
Team
gave it a
USA
try.
statement back up?
And you
When
think
they
that's
gave
what
it
it
a
was?
try.
You think that's what it was?
Or did he just want a
Try.
vacation to Vegas for a
I
couple
just
of
think
days?
he wanted to show that he was a part of it, but he knew he wasn't going to
Yeah,
do
he
it.
was probably like, you know what, I'm not, this is not me.
It was like 120 in Vegas in these last couple of days. He probably said,
He's like, damn, I got a month left of this.
And it felt like AAU
Yeah.
probably felt like AAU, like, man, what we
That's what
doing?
it looks like based on the content they've been putting out. It looks like summer camp.
He probably like, y'all don't need me to win this. Y'all
I'm gonna
got
go home with my family.
plenty of y'all in here.
How long have they been training?
So I think it opened like the day after the 4th. Everybody pulled up, I want to say that Friday, last Friday.
A week.
Less than a week, right?
Yeah.
4 days, maybe.
So less than a week, and the statement says over the past several weeks and had few strong practice. Over the last several weeks, who's been training him of USA basketball? We seen he was in vacation. Lying.
Costa Rica.
We seen him in Costa Rica chilling.
Looking like a mercenary.
So over a few
You seen him at the fight?
Yeah.
You seen him
over
at the fight
several
with
few
you?
weeks, you're lying. Well, he had a few good, strong practices. Oh, so he wasn't dominant. Because we seen the vote. There was a vote of the best players.
yeah.
He wasn't on it. So let's just say what it is. His knee was probably hurting.
Yeah.
His knee was probably sore, right? And you're probably just, we're going to let you go. We're going to say some good things about you, but you need to go ahead and get
Gil, to that, there was also a report that Kawhi was working out at the Clippers facility recently, and Grant Hill, some Team USA reps and Clippers reps were there watching it. Let's just
how
say,
long
in the recent past, I don't know the exact dates, but let's just say that everybody wasn't particularly confident that he'd be able to handle this Team USA schedule.
They wasn't confident that he could handle it?
That's what the report.
So that means, so if he couldn't handle it when they were watching him back then you don't need to give us this fluff story. Just say he wasn't equipped yet to even participate. Right? He came out there, showed his face, and we've been trying to replace him ever since. Now just be honest.
I don't think it's that. Even though that sounds good. Like,
The nigga played terror. He had a few strong. What strong? Think about the wordage. He had a few strong practices. What the fuck does that
Don't
mean?
they play tonight?
They play against Canada tonight at
we
7:30.
see how they said about Cooper Flag, right? we heard the language in Cooper Flag dominating. We heard what they said about LeBron James, right? Dominating. Look like the best player here. Kawhi. A few strong practices.
that's why he got, hey, look, that's why it ain't about the injury. It's about him. The narrative, man, listen, you going down there to be a part of something, and it's about one person, and his whole little ride out into the sunset, he on our team, it's him. He the number one.
Who is that person, Rashad? Steph
I don't
Curry?
know.
Steph Curry
I don't
making
know.
his first Olympic
I
team?
don't know, man.
Is it crazy that this is his first one?
All I'm saying is,
KD?
it's certain dudes that got certain type of mentalities and egos. It's like, man, I didn't come down here for this. I ain't come down here for this. And I don't think it's an injury thing, because if he was injured, just like him taking them games off in the series they got swept, but he did get swept, right?
Who, the Clippers?
Yeah.
No, went to 6 with the Mavs.
So the games that he didn't play in that series, was based on
I think they won one or two.
they won 2 games without him, and then he came back and they lost, and then they decided to sit him, right? So at this point, I'm like, Kawhi, he had enough time to get his shit right. He goes down there, tests it out, looking around like, what's this about down here? Let me see what you niggas on. Oh, this was the storyline's gonna be?
Man, nigga knee was swelling
I'm
up like
cool, man.
Lex, what do you think about Kawhi withdrawing? If he was going to withdraw, why go in the first? We had this conversation before they started training camp.
He would have definitely bowed out
The
if
thing
he
about
didn't know he
Kawhi
was
is like
hurt.
we just don't know him.
He was there long enough to sign basketballs,
We
though.
don't know
Yeah,
anything.
he was
So
long enough,
anything that he does or how he reacts to things is just pure speculation on our part because he literally does not show any type of himself to the public. So.
Do we have that video of him getting off the bus on day one?
I seen it.
Did he look healthy then?
Yeah.
He looked like
They just
look like OJ.
I didn't look at his walking and shit. He just looked like a big ass kid. This is an AAU.
He looked just.
Man, hey, that's how I feel though. That's how I feel.
Like, man, like, all the comments said, damn, he looked like he hurt already.
Yeah, man.
Costa Rica life, Gil.
Like, come on, man. He ain't fooling nobody,
Made a
man.
business decision.
You know, everybody was looking at 2 players walk. Who? His and who?
I would say Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. That's all.
Statement coming next. Embiid's.
No, he didn't have a. When I seen him in practice, he didn't have a knee bracer on or anything.
But that's what I know what you're saying. You're saying why wouldn't Embiid's release be next? Just because of the same situation.
Because his knee.
So you think if for these guys to save face, like, hey, I came, I tried for my country.
And let me go back. Just because the statement makes so much sense if you're going to release a statement to get your main player out of the situation. Look,
Somebody said he was limping with his luggage.
And just considering the factors, he missed 4 of the 6 playoff games. How much sense did it make now?
it don't make
few
sense
weeks
for
later,
none of the
yeah.
players who were injured and used injury as some type of crutch during the playoffs. Halliburton, sit your ass down. Embiid, sit your ass down. Kawhi, anybody who had injuries up until that point should be giving someone else the opportunity and heal up for the season.
But that's what I'm saying. So the fact that the other 2 are still playing, which means they're fully healthy. So the fact that he's out,
And then,
I think he's the only one that's not willing to risk it, though.
I don't
He's
think
saying, I'm not about to risk going out here. Y'all got enough. Y'all got plenty. Y'all don't really need me.
but we also have KD too with the calf strain who
There
won't
you
be
go.
playing
KD could
in the
bounce
exhibition. I said he'll need a few weeks before he's ready.
A few weeks. When does the Olympics start? A few weeks?
End of the month.
and never mind.
I don't know if he would, but he'll need a little bit of time before he's back out on the court. Had a calf strain, hadn't participated in the first couple of days of practice, won't play in the exhibition game tonight.
It's an exhibition game.
But
don't let. But
This
don't
would've been
let,
the first
but don't let Canada
first
win.
exhibition game is tonight against Canada.
But don't let Canada win. Like
Of course.
they can't. They cannot lose to Canada.
They need it.
See, they would have had to sub his ass in. See, they would have had to sub his ass in, and then we would have been like, oh, hell no.
So what do you think about the roster now that you lose KD and Kawhi? Do you still come?
We haven't lost KD, but
Yeah, I mean,
KD's down for right now. For
for
just the showing that like they get to go play like what they just did against Team Select.
yeah.
They beat.
Could
They
happen.
did they beat them bad?
No, so select
3
teams
points.
lost by 1 in the scrimmage.
Oh, it's 1 point.
But select teams have beaten the Team USA squad in these scrimmages
most of
before.
the time, yeah.
So I mean, Dream Team got smacked. Like I'm just with the all college roster. This had NBA guys on it.
I think we're just, we're going to win gold by like 25.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's still too close.
No, y'all
So we also have the video, Gil. You said Kawhi with.
with the leg sleeve. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Look at
limp
that
right
little
there.
bag. He wasn't.
That's
planning on
definitely
staying
a limp right there.
It's hard to tell with Kawhi though. That's just a Vegas
Nah, you can
strut.
see it. I don't limp like that. That's the hip link. That's a hip.
That little bag.
The little. I wonder what's in that little suit.
Listen, wait, hold on. After Vegas, they go where?
Abu Dhabi or something like that. They play.
So he's prepared to stay how many days? 4.
I have a bigger bag.
He
I
came
can only assume that his bigger bag is with the belt.
He got 3 pair of drawers.
That is a 1-2 night match.
That's a one-night bag for sure.
That motherfucker finished his back like, oh yeah, y'all, I'm done.
Got
I ran
shoes
out
and
of
everything in
clothes.
there. And he got
Y'all surprised? Look what I walked in here with.
Everybody else got duffel bags. He got.
How much we want to bet that suitcase is
Got a
empty?
briefcase on wheels.
So, Gil, in that statement, it said USA basketball and the Clippers determined. Who determined more, like percentage-wise, out of 100?
Clippers.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Ballmer said, get your ass back to LA.
No, I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, that's what I said. If he's working out at the Clipper facility and USA went down there to see him, and they're both like, we don't think he can handle
And they
that.
just lost PG.
You know, it just it'd be dumb if they know he's still not 100%. Then he's gonna go travel. He might as well just stay home and just rehab here in the facility and just
Get ready for this
he's ready
into
for
it,
the
though.
season.
If he's still hurt right now, man, it ain't gonna work.
Man,
If
that's
he's
what I
still hurt right now, if he hurt right now, it's not supposed to work for them. He gonna
the
keep
Clippers?
getting hurt, yeah.
What procedure did he have? Meniscus tear?
Let me see.
I think so, yeah.
It just
Let
must
me
be
find
tough
out.
on him, even mentally, to just keep getting.
Because he probably trains. Knowing him, like one of the coaching staff said, the main problem is literally the opposite of what people are saying, right? It's
He works too much.
He works too much, right? Like, so what ends up happening is, like, after practice, he wants to stay, and then late night when nobody's there, he comes in, shoots 3-4 hours. So his knees and his body is never really healing because he's sitting there trying to stay in it. So he never just, all right, I'm gonna sit and just not do nothing. He doesn't just not do nothing.
So shortly after Kawhi made the withdrawal, it was announced that Derek White will be replacing Kawhi on the Team USA roster. So White's Celtic teammate and Finals MVP Jaylen Brown posted this cryptic tweet. The monocle. So Brown was a member of the 2019 World Cup team that finished in 7th place, which also included Tatum and Derek White, who was then with the Spurs. Did Jaylen Brown deserve to be Kawhi's replacement on Team USA over Derek White?
Is Jaylen Brown even here right now? Like,
He could be wherever you need him.
I'm like, maybe they asked him. He was like, if y'all give me some time, I'll come back.
He's only a flight away, but should he perceive that as a snub, Rashad, that his Celtics teammate who did not win Eastern Conference Finals MVP or Finals MVP was given the replacement nod?
Nah, I think he just need to understand that we're all put in certain categories depending on how you present yourself in the public manner when it comes to being politically correct or what stance you have politically and your ideologies. And I think that for Jaylen right now, don't take it personal. You know, even though there's some people on there that probably don't want you on there. You know, they was picking Kirk Heinrich and certain players back then, Shane Battier, certain guys got on certain teams that people may have felt that they deserve it. But for him, I think he need to keep his eye on the prize and not worry about being affiliated with anything except for being a champion, being an MVP, and making a name for himself. And I think that just gives him more fuel to the fire, more things that they don't want to give to him, so he got to take it.
So let's put yourself in Jaylen Brown's shoes. If you Jaylen Brown, again, you just won Finals MVP, and let's say you wanted to play on this Team USA squad, how disappointed would you be that they brought your teammate?
3 teammates on there.
Nah, I would look at the other guys who they didn't ask to come as well.
Okay.
I would look like Kyrie. He's more deserving than I am because he's been there. He's a vet, and he's already an Olympian.
Well,
But-
do you consider the fact that Drew and Derek now are on the team and not him?
It's a preference.
You got Tatum, you got Drew Holiday, you got Derek White.
It's a preference.
I
The
have
preference
more
is not him.
I have more Finals MVPs than all of them combined.
It makes no sense.
It does.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't
'cause
make
you
sense.
just think about it. It's
But if you
like
think about other people who aren't on the team that should be, okay, that's one conversation. But the fact that there are 3 Boston Celtics on the team and he's not one of them
and 2 of them
is
are
crazy.
the 4th and 5th option. Okay, that's not the problem is this. Is Derek White actually going to get in the game?
to do what?
No, is he going to get in the game?
He
Right, remember,
He will, because you know they all get in the game.
No,
They all put them all in.
The reason is Kawhi is a forward. They replaced a forward with another guard.
Point guard.
Another point guard, right? If you're going to go another point guard, you might as well get damn near the second best point guard in the league last year, which is Brunson.
Facts. And he was already on the FIFA team.
You might as well go get Brunson.
He should have been the first one that he
Right? So the fact that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guards now. Steph Curry at the point, Tyrese, Drew Holiday. He's the 4th point guard. Like, you got rid of a wing player. So you bring in a wing player.
Yeah.
KD's not playing, wing player.
need him.
Kawhi's out, wing player. You bring in a guard.
They can't play 3 or 4.
You're not going to have a lineup of Curry, White, and Drew Holiday.
No.
You're not going to do that.
No.
So that means it has to be Jalen or it has to be any other small forward, Jimmy Butler, someone out there who can play a big 2 or a 3.
And we know he's
Like
willing too. We know Jaylen Brown's willing to go.
But it's not the point of the player themselves. It's not you. It's your position.
Yeah,
Like, I don't care about the player himself. It's your position. Why did they get rid of a big, knowing you just lost one, a bigger guy? You just lost a 6'11", 7 foot, 3, 4, 5, however you want to play him there, and then you lost a 2, 3, 4 to bring in a 1.
And Brandon Ingram, you look at Brandon Ingram, he was on the FIFA team. They didn't consider him. He's the same type of size, same type of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Didn't have a good World Cup, though. I think had some issues with.
But when you're
some
saying
of
you're on the
substitution
team, like
patterns.
you're in the pool of the list of players.
Like, I'm thinking it's like that. I'm thinking about the position itself. Right now, you got there's only 12 players on a team. 6 of them are guards, but then you're complaining that, oh, we need stronger guards.
Man, think about Kawhi looking at his replacement though. Like, I'm happy I'm sitting now because y'all replacing me like you don't really need to
Like,
go
y'all
up.
really need me, yeah.
You don't need to go up a tier level to replace what I'm.
Was Kawhi going to start on this? Who's their starters right now? We don't know.
Projected starters? Well, since KD's out, I think it's Steph, Bron, Ant. They had Booker in front. They had Booker.
Yeah, some people have Booker in front of Ant.
But I think now that
This is a Jaylen Brown, Jimmy Butler,
What did
Paolo
you say?
Banchero, Paul George.
There was my team, and they got to figure out how to work around.
I'm the number 1 option. They got to work around
You
me.
said about this team?
Yeah.
Lightly joking, but
like
also
media
serious.
day.
Yeah, doesn't Paolo Banchero been a good one?
Paolo should have definitely
Paolo,
got
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah, Paolo.
For sure.
That'd have been a great one because now you can play 3, 4. You can put him in anywhere.
Consider him.
You can center him too.
Wow. I don't like the committee.
That's the thing,
I
you
never
just-
really liked Graham.
Like, how many 6'3" guards you need? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is Derrick White gonna get it? Like, oh, he need chemistry. We got too many scores. He is not gonna get in the game. There's 3 other guards you're gonna put in front of before him. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got Steph, you got the back. I mean, shit. You got Steph, you got Hallenberg, you got Drew Holiday. All 3 of them are not gonna get big minutes. So where is Derrick?
And in the case where like that 12th person might have to play, it's going to be because those teams are big as hell. The European teams,
Yeah.
they're huge.
See, they're gonna end up running. At some point, they're gonna end up running lineups where you have Booker and Ant-Man at the 1-2. There's gonna be where you have to play big.
Yeah.
Now you play them 2 at the. Who's your 3 and your backup 3 now? That the Kawhi.
Well, since Bron
And KD is gone.
KD ain't gone. Yeah. So you
That's-
only got Bron by himself. Now you overworking him alone by himself. Jaylen Brown would have been perfect because you got Tatum still. Still got Tatum.
But that's what I can put Tatum. I can play Tatum, Kawhi, LeBron at the 4. Like when you having that big, that 3, that's what I'm saying. You're missing someone. Like,
So
I don't need
maybe
6.
they thinking about going small.
even if they go small, they can't put 4 of them in.
No, they can't.
There's 4 of them now.
But health protocols and for the point guard position, maybe somebody go down, maybe somebody get hurt. They can play the 2 guard heavy. But like you said, they got 4 point guards
4 point guards.
and 3 shooting guards. And those like
2 shooting guards.
2 small forwards.
They got 2 shooting guards.
Book, Ant, and that's it.
Because now you got
What, Steph? Halliburton is point guard, right? Steph, Halliburton, Derrick White.
Then you got Derrick White, yeah.
Holiday. So I guess they banking on Drew
Book.
too.
Ant-Man at the
As I said,
2.
it's-
Bron,
Tatum,
Tatum.
Bam, AD, Embiid.
Yeah, what?
Like what position was Kawhi going to be? Like what was his rotation?
Probably
Three,
like 3,
four.
4.
No, I mean what on the lineup? 7th man, 8th man?
Yeah. He wasn't going to start.
Man, no, he wasn't going to start. So he about the 7th, 8th, first wing off the bench, right?
Yep.
So you get rid of your 6th, 7th rotation guy to put in a guaranteed 15th or 12th man.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at it like that. Like this guy was going to be like the first or second person off the bench, and I replace him with a 12th man because there's no way Derek is going to be the 6th or 7th man.
Yeah.
So I need to replace him with someone I can put in there. Paul George, Banchero, Jimmy Butler, someone who can fit.
But you think adding Derek White from a defensive standpoint?
How much defense?
How much defense?
So what I'm saying is,
The best defense is a good offense. Y'all know that's my opinion, but I'm just asking.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, all right, Curry, get off the floor, right? Curry, get off the floor.
So we can play more defense.
What's the name? Get off the floor. Derek, go in and play some defense.
Slap the
Drew
floor.
and Derek, go play defense.
No, but think about what we argue about, right? About the Euro versus the Team USA shit, right? Your argument, brilliant argument. Hey, man, they just not good enough, right? So what the fuck would you rally up and go get a bunch of defenders? Who are you defending? What is the fear of you going to get a bunch of defense if we already know there ain't nobody over there to be afraid of? And if there are, who are they? The bigs.
Right.
We don't need no guards to be out here trying to strap. We ain't got no Euro Jordan over there. So it wouldn't, if we needed anything, we need another big guard that can actually segment, helping, moving, rotating.
You know what happened to USA basketball, man, is they started overthinking what they needed, right? They started overthinking after overthinking and fucked up.
Yeah.
92, there was no thought process. It was, all right, who made the first team and the second team, right?
And get the best player.
All right, all of first team, you're on. All of second team, you're on. Well, Tim Hardaway, we're going to bring back Magic for optics.
Just for this.
So we're going to sit you out. Bird, come on, Legner. But it was the first team and the second team. So there's 9 players on the team, was all first, NBA first and second team. Then they put Magic and Bird and then Christian Legner. That was Dream Team. 96, 12 players. First team, second team, 2 people from third team. All 12 players made the all-NBA team. Knockout. 2000, we need to make we need some more team players, right? Then you started adjusting it. Then 2004, you started just putting in these role players. Well, unfortunately with role players, when you need them to do something great, they can't. They're role players. Why do I need to bring off a guy who averaged 4 in the center position when I'm bringing off Shaquille O'Neal in 96? It don't even make sense. Shaquille O'Neal and Hakeem was coming off the bench for the 96 team. They both averaged 29 and 10 that year. That was off the bench. Now we talking about we need some role players to come. Hey, no, here, I got a role player. Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem, that's my role players. So if anything happens with them, I have dominance coming off, not a guy who plays a role. And you wonder why we keep getting beat or have these problems. You're trying to create a team. Just put the best players out there. They will figure it out like the rest of them did.
So let me.
92 did it, 96 did it.
World Cup team, it was like a bunch of role guys, very talented, amazing players, but
a bunch of bench guys, and they're like, we can't score. Nigga, they don't even score on their regular team. They off the bench. What do you expect that they're gonna get on here and like, let me average 20? They're not even capable of doing that.
You said that was a D-level roster.
A D-level roster.
Let me ask you this then. Do you think, because I don't want to just say this is what it is, even though this is what I believe. Do you think that they're doing the new roster setup, that format changed from 92 to now, based on not being able to cater to everyone's ego? Because you think about Shaq goes back and he says, you motherfuckers didn't put me on the team and I was averaging this, and then you brought me off the bench and me and such was averaging this. Then you look down the line at the other players who complained about, man, I just wasted my fucking time to come out here. I'm coming off the bench for this nigga. I've been busting his ass and woo, woo, woo. It's favoritism with the coaches. Then we go down the line, 2004 to 2008, 2012, where those rosters completely went to team-oriented rosters, right? So now we're in the team segment. We like, we can't invite the main players no more because we got to treat them like role players, and we rather put a role player in that position
And lose.
and lose because we don't have to deal with the ego of
what
fighting
about-
back and forth with these star players who demanding to start, and it's like it's only 5 spots.
Well, I feel like now it's harder now because the All-NBA teams they're players that are not eligible to play USA basketball. So how do you...
No, but yeah.
you just slide the people up?
Yeah, you slide
You
the
have
best.
a first team, and then if you have like 2 or 3 players that won't play USA, you just put the second team.
Yeah, because, like the
just go down the
Euros,
list.
because of the Euros are taking up first team and second team. Yeah, once you remove them, everybody else.
Slide up.
Right, but the ego checks itself, right? If I have on the team, if I have at the guard position, I have, let's say, Kobe and Tracy McGrady, right? And then Allen Iverson is on the team. Your ego. Yeah, I know you're mad, but one of you guys got
One of you guys got to sit.
And it's
one of you guys don't matter,
This-
but I know I got one of y'all coming off the bench. I'm not gonna say hey, I know you're gonna be upset. So let me go get a guy who's gonna be happy to be.
He just happy to be here.
It's bigger than them.
It's bigger than
the
them,
USA,
right?
which is why I think now they're more selective, which I think sometimes they're flawed in their selection with assuming that someone is.
They're
They're
assuming
assuming that someone's ego can't
But think
be
about what
put
you're
aside.
saying. Think about what you're saying. It's bigger than you.
Yeah.
What star player is going to assume that something outside of their own little castle is bigger than them? And you're going to go about that situation. You're sitting there and you're in there. This is the first time feeling something's bigger than you. And you're in there like, I don't like this shit.
Yeah. Because some players, it isn't bigger than them.
And some people are used to being a part of a team and they understand once I'm in this element, this is perfect. I love this element.
Yeah, and some
Because
people are not.
I do less in this element for us to win a bigger prize. So all I need to do is be ready when he call my name.
Yeah.
But outside of that, everybody else is in there like, man, this motherfucker ain't calling my name enough.
Like even the team that lost, right? Even a team that lost where they created a team. 2001 gold. The team that was fucked up was who? 2004.
Yeah.
How did they select that team? See, 92, fine.
Yep.
96, fine. 2000, you're starting to look like, wait, some of these guys, it don't look like 96 and 92. There's a couple guys in here that shouldn't be in here. They ain't qualified yet. So what y'all doing, y'all getting a little teamish. And then 2004, you get smacked, right? You got Allen Iverson, Stephon Marbury,
Yep.
and Duncan.
And that was it. And
Right.
a young Mello.
You got them 3, right? Bonafide. Now, we can question everybody else at this point. Was Lamar Odom?
Lamar was on that team.
Was Lamar Odom?
Kurt Heinrich?
What I'm saying is, no. Was Lamar Odom an all-NBA player?
No.
Right?
He a legend though.
Was Amari Stoudemire wasn't an all-NBA player either yet.
That was his second year?
Yeah. He wasn't an all-NBA player yet, because back then they had the 3 young boys, or 4 young boys. They had Carmelo, James, Wade, and Amari. So if I know if I got 4 dudes that I'm really not gonna play, then I need to make sure. Think about the team. You got Emeka Okafor, Sean Marion, Lamar Odom, Richard Jefferson. In a league where T-Mac was Vince, Kevin Garnett,
But you got to think about the
Kobe.
year before that.
Right.
What
Like,
was the
think
years
about who-
before that. The roster before that was KG and Vince and all of
2000.
them when he jumped
Yeah.
2001.
2001.
2000? Oh yeah, 2000, 2004. So that go from there to that. Tim was the only one that
Stayed.
came back, right? And then Amari, they had to pick somebody.
That's what I'm saying, but-
the White
but-
wasn't. I don't think the
No, but he wasn't. But he was younger. But I'm talking about you got Emeka Okafor went over to White. But I'm saying if I got 4 young dudes that I'm trying to just but then I need the rest of my stars to match.
Right.
I can't just bring in a bunch of role players and then wonder why the role players ain't rolling the way I need them
Who was
to
the
roll.
other role? Because you
had-
can't even say championship pedigree with a lot of.
You had
one.
Richard Jefferson.
Richard had one.
You had Lamar Odom.
He had one.
No, he
had
no,
one
they
yet.
haven't won yet.
Oh, it's 04.
This 04.
This
So
is Miami
so
Lamar.
Richard, Lamar, you got Sean Marion,
Hasn't won.
Emeka Okafor,
Hasn't won. Well, he won the
Carlos
college
Boozer.
championship.
Carlos Boozer,
Nope.
and I won't even put Amari in there because he wasn't.
Martin,
he was
that's
young.
That's six unproven guys. On
Six?
the, on
No.
the Olympic.
1, 2, 3, 4,
That was 2004?
5, 6, 7.
They won bronze?
8.
They won bronze that year?
8, yeah.
Yeah. Eight.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's where it started, right? You put four young boys in there that wasn't like it was better if you did play them versus the role players. Bron, Wade, and Melo over Lamar Odom and Richard Jefferson.
Yeah. But would you say that that's the
Like
reflection?
LeBron played.
Some of those guys didn't want to play too.
LeBron didn't play much. Melo was in the back handicap, right? He was singing, oh, they locked up, they won't let me, because he was busting everybody's ass. They wasn't playing them, right?
A great song.
So he didn't play, right? LeBron didn't play, so you don't even have the chance to do nothing.
So
Like, if you needed it.
Would you say that Halliburton, Drew Holiday, and Derek White are three of the unproven guys?
No, because if I'm going by what the first two teams did, Halliburton's on his team because he's an all-NBA player.
So
Right? Brunson would be on his team. He's the all-NBA player.
So
I said the only all-NBA player who ever got screwed,
Bam wasn't on there, I don't think.
all-NBA player who got screwed, and I don't know why they keep saying Isaiah Thomas should have been. It was Tim Hardaway. They took everybody on the first and second team and screwed Tim Hardaway for Magic Johnson. That's who got screwed over in the 92 Olympics. It wasn't Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas wasn't an all-NBA player at that time. It was Tim Hardaway who got removed for for Magic.
So we asked the chat who should have replaced Kawhi. We gave them 4 options. 58% said Jaylen Brown, 24% said Paolo Banchero, 8% said Jalen Brunson, 11% said other. But let's talk Brunson just for a second. Only player who made an All-NBA team this year that's not on this Team USA squad, and he was second team. How disrespectful is that for him? I understand Jaylen Brown has a case as Finals MVP. Look what I did, But also Jalen Brunson. Look at this playoffs I'm just coming off of. Major market, king of New York, and I'm second team All-NBA.
I'm going off of when I'm judging off what success was from USA.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
It's just like, all right, they did it. Okay, so this team dominated. Okay. This team dominated. Okay. This team dominated, but it looked a little shaky. This team lost. Why did they lose compared to everybody else? And then that's the product. So when you keep moving forward, you're seeing that you guys are going down the same rabbit hole that you did in the 2004. The reason you went and lost in 2004 is because of this thing you're trying to do. You're trying to create a team like a bunch of NBA superstars can't play together.
It's like you're trying to create an NBA championship squad instead of an elite Olympic juggernaut.
Yeah, I want to, hey.
Yeah, Brunson's hurt. I understand that, but even from the jump, not making that squad.
Listen.
Even if you was choosing all of the All-Stars, just all of the guys that's on the All-Stars, East and West, just pick between all of those in that bubble. There's not going to be too many role players that you're going to pick out of that bubble. It's going to be all the elite guys in the NBA.
Well, we will
I
see.
assume that they reached out to some others and maybe they were like, I'm cool.
Think so?
Maybe. I don't know how many. But I mean, Olympics isn't like everybody's like.
Like Gary
Whatever you wanna do.
Payton starts coming off the bench, Jason Kidd. And then the backup was Tim Hardaway. Vince Carter, Ray Allen, and then the questionable was Steve Smith.
Steve Smith, yeah.
So we will see what happens tonight in their exhibition game against Canada. I know one thing.
Lonzo Mourning, Kevin Garnett.
On the
is the centers.
2010.
Team USA,
2010?
Team USA better not lose to Canada tonight.
They better not.
Canada is desperate for a W right now with all things going on in pop culture and life.
LeBron James.
It will not be LeBron's fault if it does happen. It will be everybody else can move around. But LeBron was the best player in camp, which is
They
wild.
said, they said Kawhi is healthy. The Clippers don't want nothing to happen to him, so they pulled the.
Understandable. You got PG dipping. You got the Intuit Dome opening up. And I think Kawhi played that entire postseason without any issues with his knee inflammation. It's a different thing we're talking about. But you can't have not played in the playoffs.
At this point, it's smart. This is my asset, man. I don't want that to happen to you. I'm sorry, dog.
What are you getting out of this? That's the real question.
Has he gotten a goal before?
I don't
I don't think so, right?
Is this something that you want?
Right, like
Something
if you don't
feel like
really-
you need?
Yeah, if you don't feel that way about it, then
Yeah, like don't feel
like I
pressure
said,
to go out
it's
there
not
and
everybody's,
do that.
Yeah, Kawhi's
it's not everybody's
right.
goal
Haven't
and
gotten a
dream
medal.
to get a gold medal, and that's fine.
You go 2028, man.
Yeah, I mean, if that's an option.
in LA.
No, but 2028, they put him as the 15th man. Go ahead, get your little gold.
Just get you
In LA.
Go ahead, get your little gold. We owe you. Go ahead, get a little gold.
All right, well, let's keep this thing moving. Tuesday, Grizzly star guard Ja Morant was cleared to return to all basketball activities after successfully completing shoulder rehab. So Ja made the announcement by tweeting, "It's go time." Ja was suspended for the first 25 games of the season for Blicky-related issues, returned to play 9 games before suffering the season-ending labral tear.
I feel like we can are we gonna mention that every time we talk about Ja?
That will be the last time.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just talking about in general. I know we're gonna stop, but I wonder if the regular media is ever.
That was the official, the last time.
Just say he bit.
This is a Ja Morant
he
fan
missed
club
the-
over
he
here.
missed-
He missed some games for some shit.
He missed some games for his
His
shoulder.
shoulder.
Shoulder. All right.
He's
Ja
healthy. We don't need to
Morant
bring
fan
up
club
nothing
over here.
else.
But after the thing that stopped him from playing the first
We don't know nothing
25
about
games
that.
this
We don't
season.
know about that.
Nothing at all.
We have
Nothing wrong.
already forgotten about.
He
forgot about it, yeah.
returned to play 9 games before suffering the season-ending labral tear in his right shoulder that required surgery. Missed the Grizzlies' final 47 games.
Let's go 12.
In the games that he did play, Ja averaged 25 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds. And the Grizzlies were 6-3 with him in the lineup, 21-52 without him. So now Morant looks to return to the All-NBA level and get the Grizzlies back in the mix amongst the top teams in the Western Conference. So what are your expectations for Ja Morant this season now that he's been cleared to play, will likely be fully healthy coming into the 2024-2025?
I mean, I think he's gonna, the glimpse we've seen of the 9 games. I mean, he knows he has something to prove, right? He wants to let everybody know who he is. Don't forget, what he does on that court. So I think he's gonna come out very, very, very strong.
Rashad, see you rocking the jersey. What do you think your expectation for Ja this season?
Well, he's my number 1 pick for player.
He will be your. Are you announcing that officially on this episode of Gills Arena presented by $100 Fantasy? Whoop whoop.
What
That
are
Ja
you,
Morant.
what are you announcing?
I get 2 players in the
He
team.
gets 2 players in the team.
Rashad takes 2 players in the team every
Who are
season.
your 2 players this year?
Ant and Luka.
It was and Luka this
And
year.
Luka.
Oh, no.
One across the board.
No, he had Ant, Luka, and Wemby. He did have
yeah,
Wemby.
he did have Wemby.
He did have
Oh,
Wemby.
so you had a nice, enjoyable
3.
season.
Yeah, he had
I
a nice,
had a
enjoyable
great season this year.
And the Celtics.
Yes.
Made that move early
And the Celtics.
early in the season.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
You
Joined
abandoned
the
shit from
team.
Confidence Coffee in the Heat.
Yeah.
Jumped on the
so I get
Celtics
3
bandwagon.
players in a
That's
team.
fine. Yeah. So, but Ja Morant will be one of those
Ja's one
players.
for sure.
Okay, Ja Morant will be one of those
I
players.
think I'm gonna double back with Ant-Man, and I'm gonna wait till everything pan out for my 3rd.
Okay.
And you're not sticking with the Celtics.
I think with what I've said recently, I can't, just because I'm like, the year's over with for him. And I think Philly made a big move that threatens they need to make a move now. So I can't see them
Just
going.
Mr. Bandwagon over
Yeah,
there.
I can't go back. So I gotta figure out
That's
who to
okay. We don't want you back.
do. You should. I'm the good luck charm.
No.
The moment I picked
Celtics-
the moment I picked the
Celtics did win a championship with Rashad showing his allegiance.
Go back over
I need
there.
some fucking
Go to
presents
Philly
and
then.
shit. Jalen Brown sent me a jersey.
Lexie,
I'll take with the Celtics.
lifelong Celtics fan.
Yes.
You don't want Rashad on the bandwagon.
No.
Yes,
He already jumped ship.
Yes, she does.
You're not hurt by that?
I'm the reason why they won.
Hey,
No, when he joined the team, I was like, cool, you gonna leave in
We can't
2 months.
refute. We can't refute that.
You can't refute that. I was
they
the
didn't
reason
win.
why. I'm the
reason-
She's been a fan this whole time. They've been fucking getting killed.
I was there for the championship, the Paul Pierce championship.
Oh wait, okay. So you.
yeah.
I was a fan
A
then.
real fan then.
Yes,
It
I've
was
been a
like
fan for
12
29 years.
It was like 9 years old.
I was pretty young, but
Still rolling, though.
I was supporting.
So that don't count.
Yes, it does.
Where do this is not trolling. Where do Boston Celtics rank in franchises since the NBA? The real NBA has started in '78.
What? How many championships?
A merger, which is the real NBA in a sense.
So everything
they
before
rank
that,
as a
not real NBA?
Where do they rank as
Top
in
five.
franchise?
Top 5 at least.
The top 5 still?
Since '78,
Yeah. Since the merger.
the '80s were a very strong
he
show.
might not.
No, Boston, because
Might not
because Bird at 3, Paul Pierce in this one, so that's 5 championships
Yep.
with them. Bulls got 6,
I mean, the Warriors got.
Warriors got 4,
And the Spurs got 5.
Spurs got 5, right? Heat has 3. Heat has 3.
Lakers,
Lakers have. You got 5 with Magic,
and then 5 with
5 with Cole.
5 with Cole, and then
One with LeBron.
So they got 11.
So as expected.
So
Despite
Spurs.
recent
Your point
issues.
is,
So
what
Spurs
point
are-
are we making right now?
I would just
Boston.
because
where they rank
because
as an organization.
Oh, with championships?
Not
No, just regular,
championships,
just organization.
rank.
Because the Boston legacy, everyone uses the whole legacy, and it's like, well, technically, the NBA really started here. So what is the legacy? Can't hold on to something that was.
Yeah.
So there's
And
still.
even if you don't do the same thing with the Lakers,
It's 11.
yeah, and they're pre-'78 success.
So that's what I'm saying. Out of the last,
But are you talking about prestige of organization, like where the organization ranks outside of championships? They would be out of like
wouldn't?
7, maybe.
like for like how taking care of players, or just like the atmosphere?
revenue brought in and just
I mean,
thriving
their
as an
fans are
organization.
crazy.
I think the Warriors came up.
Oh, yeah. the
Warriors, that was the Warriors,
The
Dallas.
Knicks up there.
See, it's hard.
I don't know.
We're talking about organization. We're talking about when
'Cause
people
Cleveland-
when they take care of you.
Oh,
Cleveland
so
went
you're
up.
talking about
Cleveland
like
went up.
ownership and
Yeah,
all that
when
kind
it's
of
like
stuff.
you come here, you just
Oh, so
think
Dallas
basketball.
is one.
You think Dallas is
Dallas
one?
and Golden State up the top.
I think
for
Dallas
sure.
and Golden
Dallas.
State's number 1.
In terms of
Value.
Spurs, I've never heard anything bad about Spurs. I don't know.
No, I don't think. I just think it's boring. They just think it's boring. It's just boring.
Like when you get there, it's about just basketball. So
Yeah.
you don't have to pay for nothing.
who's the-
Your locker room
It's a
is
military- it's a
prestige.
military form.
Now you got all the equipment. You got everything. It's like A1. The video games, the locker room, everything is just classy. So breakfast, lunch, dinner. Orlando's up there.
Yeah.
Orlando was
You think
probably
so?
the
You
best.
said they had good
Hell
meals.
yeah. Hell yeah. They doing blood. Listen, they doing
Where's some of
blood.
the not so good ones?
They doing blood testing. They're doing
It might
blood.
have changed it since.
Yeah, they doing blood testing on you to see what you're allergic to every month. Yeah. You got breakfast, lunch. You got breakfast, lunch, pregame, and aftergame. So you never gotta spend money.
Damn.
That's
Yeah, you never gotta spend money on food.
I would love that.
Right? You got the club right into the arena, so you ain't never gotta leave. You after the game, you just go party right up there.
Yeah.
I was like,
Orlando.
yeah. I was like, man, this is some nice shit
I
here.
just remember Dallas having the fucking TVs in the locker and shit
Yeah,
and all that.
they did.
I was like, yeah, they spending money over here.
So Rashad, the people want to know, when will you be making your new team announcement?
My new-
prior to the start of the season, or are you going to wait?
no,
Okay,
no,
all right.
for sure. Once everybody starts moving where they need to move,
Where they're at.
and we figure out rosters, I'm good.
All right, well, let's get back to Ja. Gil, what are your expectations for Ja Morant this season?
27, 8, and 7.
Damn.
So those sound like all NBA level numbers, just hearing them right now.
Yeah.
No. He is going to be all NBA player. That team is not going to help him get into the all NBA.
Right. Nope, I agree with that.
This is all I'm saying.
He's gonna play out of his mind.
He's going
Yeah. But that Memphis team is.
to sell out the arena.
Oh, his first game
They're not
back.
coming. They're not coming for the rest of that team.
First game back is going to be crazy.
So it sounds like they're gonna have a hard time making the moves that's gonna help him do anything.
Right now.
I think Edey gonna help him though.
And we're gonna talk Edey in a
Get
second.
him open. Yeah.
Sure.
Good screens.
Big block.
No, and he looks a lot more athletic and what you call that agile than I thought he would. He looks a lot more in shape. He looks like he's in shape.
When everything is just.
Hey, and that's the difference.
Yeah,
He
when
has
you get to the
16,
league,
14,
everything
14, 15.
spaced out, spread out. You got more room to operate.
nasty work down there.
Yeah.
But let's talk Ja. Ja 6-3 with Ja in the lineup last season. Obviously, they were not good without him. Had a ton of injuries though, a ton of different starting lineups. A lot of young players got experience now. Guys like Gigi Jackson that are now going to come into this season. But prior to Ja getting hurt, finished second in the West in the 2 seasons prior to that. So it's not
a different team, man.
It's a different team.
You lost
a lot.
You lost some veteran players that really like molded and helped that team, right? And those players moved on. They were worth money. So you know,
Yeah, guys like Dylan Brooks.
Come on.
You got Dylan Brooks
They got
bound.
what's the name back? They got what's the name for him?
Who?
Marcus Smart.
So you have a squad now: Ja, Marcus Smart,
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson, Gigi Jackson,
It's
Desmond Bain.
Olympic shit, right? I lose 6'8" defender that can play the 2-3 on defense,
And I bring in a small
and then
point
bring in a
guard.
small point guard.
Yeah.
Doesn't help me.
I think they all in the development mode in Memphis. I think they trying to
They're gonna try to figure out, right?
Well, we're going to rank our Western Conference teams later in the show, but I think y'all are a little too down on the Grizzlies right now. If Ja's back and playing, that's a completely different team.
No. We
Everyone
see.
has gotten so much better though.
We see.
Yes, that part.
Like again.
Especially in the West.
He got them 6-3, but we see what they look like without them. A good team, at least, they can hold the ground. Like that's how good we know Philly could be.
Yeah.
Without Embiid, they struggle.
Just Max.
But they learned how to. They can maintain.
Yeah.
Right. So that means when you add the best player, they can take off.
Facts.
Right. That's.
Nah, Jaren Jackson Jr. can't do that. Bain couldn't do that.
Well, also I think the situation in Memphis and the situation in Philly's.
Oh, I forgot Bain's still there. Yes, he had Bain out of position. You know.
I mean, Jaren Jackson out of position, playing a lot of center last year. Will now
I
shift
think it
likely
was
back
good.
to more
I think we could say that they're going to be better than we think because they did get all that in-game experience.
Yeah.
Who was they 3 last year?
Yeah.
Who was they 3 last year?
Who's
the 3? Yeah.
I don't even know.
Skinny, was it the skinny kid number 8?
Because so if we got Ja, if we have Ja and
Marcus Bain.
Bain.
No, and Bain. If we have Ja and Bain at the 1-2, and then Gigi Jackson goes to the 3, Jarrett at the 4, and Edey at the 5.
Yeah, that's the lineup.
Be okay. They might
Well, Marcus.
They might be all right.
I'm trying to tell you, Gil, like this.
They might be all right.
They just get a couple free agents that just out there that you can just pick up that can give you something. They got a list. Hold on. They got the list.
Who's left?
I'm gonna tell you.
Gigi Jackson got to start. Like he got to play the.
What's up with him? I don't know nothing about him and with his game.
Who, Gigi Jackson?
Young, super young.
kid,
Yeah, all I
athletic.
saw about him was how young he was.
Yeah.
Hungry. He can shoot,
Gets buckets.
plays D. Right? He's
Here are the free agents: Gary Trent Jr., Markelle Fultz, Sadiq Bey, Spencer Dinwiddie, Gordon Hayward, Doug McDermott.
I go Markelle Fultz. Wait.
Lonnie Walker, Josh Okogie, Evan Fournier, Isaac Okoro, Pat Bev, Kyle Lowry, Jay Crowder, Tyus Jones, Luke Kennard.
I go for
Did
guards.
they just? Oh.
I go Markelle Fultz.
What you need him for?
Uh,
You got Bain, Ja, and Marcus Smart.
I mean, if I didn't have Marcus, another
What do
guy
they-
who can,
what do
another
they
guy who
need?
can get to the rim and
They
put
needed
pressure.
3. He said it.
And put a pressure.
They needed 3.
And then a 3.
I'm thinking what?
Shoot or no?
Lonnie Walker.
Jay Crowder,
Too old, man.
defender.
Too old.
Okoro.
How about Lonnie? What position Lonnie Walker play? Like
Lonnie Walker, 2, 3.
2, 3?
He could be good.
I wouldn't mind.
I mean, if you're gonna go
I like
Lonnie,
him
I
in San
go Josh
Antonio.
Okogie before I go.
I like them in San Antonio.
Sadiq Bey. He's about 6'8", shooter,
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah.
How tall is the the Gigi Jackson kid?
About 6'8",
6'8", 6'9"-ish. But let's talk about Zach Edey. So Grizzlies shocked a lot of people, selecting the 2-time Player of the Year with the 9th overall pick. Edey made his summer league debut Monday against the Jazz, gave the Grizz some hope for what's to come in the league. So we got some highlights here. Out there beating shit, playing well on both sides of the court. He was impressive, 14 points, 15 rebounds, 4 blocks in the game. Out there dunking on people.
Oh, nice. Oh, he can't see that.
And he's older too.
He's big as hell.
That's a big boy. And obviously it's just summer league, so we don't want to overreact. He's 22 years old too, Gil, so he's a little bit older, so a little bit more ready to be thrown in the fire right away. He got some stuff though.
Yeah, I'm not worrying about those with him. I want to see him in pick and rolls.
Yeah,
That's what
he's not doing that.
Because that's what he's going to be playing against. He's going to be playing against teams that's picking and rolling.
Caught Walker Kessler slipping. Also, the Grizzlies down 2.8 seconds to go.
Damn.
Little tip drill, send it to OT.
Hey, if I'm the nice. I like that.
He's moving. Look, he's moving.
I like that. I like how I'm on. Go back to that second play. If I'm them. Second play, so it's all the way at the beginning.
Yeah, get that shit out of here.
When he gets just keep going. When he has the ball, and they give him a post up.
Oh, when he said he's gonna pass.
Yeah. Right here. Slow down.
Ooh.
Right there. Woo, woo, woo. Slow down.
That pass.
Right. Look, right. See, right here. Boom. Stop. All they need to learn and teach him what to look for, right? To be like the Vlade Divac type, the Jokic type.
He gonna see that.
He didn't see it here.
He seen it late.
Now look,
It looked like he looking right at him.
He looking right at him.
He is.
Now go, keep
but he's
going.
looking at the defense too. So
Now,
it's
what
like
I'm
if he
saying
throw
is
it, now he's
look at
open.
him, look at him,
Wide
look at
open.
him.
But he checked it.
But
and
that's what I'm
missed
saying.
it.
But he should
That's
Wait
behind
for
the
it. Gotta
back.
wait for it.
But that's what I'm
Jokic
saying.
gonna pass that behind
He's
the
already.
back right there.
It's right now. He's in robot mode
Because he don't have those passes.
We know we coming. So woo.
Yeah,
right?
'cause in college, someone is standing right
Yeah,
there.
he's throwing it in front of him. He's not looking because they're not cutting behind. It's
Yeah.
all pass and space.
Space.
Now it's pass and cut. You got to know those passes.
Yeah, so I got that. Those are the plays that I'll be looking for him. Like when you have it, right? You gotta. This man is gonna have to rotate here if he's trying to. Like you got to know the options. But I just want to see him in pick and roll. Him guarding the bucket, love that.
Yeah.
Love it. With him posting up, I love it too because those guys are gonna cut. He's just gonna have to hit them because once he starts hitting those cut guys, can double.
How many?
So is your opinion shifting a little bit on Zach Edey, Gil?
As what?
You weren't super high on him coming into the draft.
You sure were.
No.
You said he was going to get somebody. You said he was going to get a GM fired.
He's too
Yeah.
big.
Whoa.
He's too smart.
You
He's too
deserve to be
big.
fired, man.
For where he's playing, it's perfect.
Perfect for them.
But you said
If he was in
gonna
Atlanta,
get a GM fired.
no. If he was in Atlanta, no. If he was came to the Spurs, no. All the other teams are too young for
To
him.
his credit, though, Memphis was the furthest team away of thinking about putting him at a spot.
Yeah.
We talked about the Spurs. We
talked about young. Yeah, we talked about the young teams.
He's like,
This is
nah.
technically a veteran team.
It is.
So even if he got drafted to, let's say, somehow the Sacramento Kings, perfect.
Perfect spot.
Perfect.
Move
Shit, if he got
opponents
picked
to the
for the
floor.
Lakers, perfect spot.
Yeah.
Put Anthony Davis at the 4, put him at the 5. I like it.
But here he gets to actually start.
He get to start.
He has the potential to start.
Yeah.
Shit, he would start with the Lakers.
I wouldn't.
At the 5?
Nah, not right away. I'll let the
five?
because you're before drafting him. If you draft him, you're not even thinking of having a 5-man.
Yeah, we need a 5.
And if you drafted him, you would draft him for a backup 5.
We need a 5, man.
And who would you get outside of him? There wouldn't be Valanciunas is who they was trying to get.
Yeah. And for some reason,
You got robbed.
he was not trying to
You
tango
got
with
robbed.
the Lakers.
Robbed you. robbed you.
You got robbed.
Rob working for somebody else.
Hey, make the T-shirt. Make the T-shirt. People will buy it. But Edey will be potentially competing for a starting role with that squad. We'll have the opportunity.
Is
Competing who?
what's his name is healthy? Adams. No, he's not
he's
even on
gone.
the
Oh,
team.
he got
Yeah.
traded.
Like he would be coming off the bench if Jared Jack played his position.
Exactly.
But he don't want to play the 5.
He don't really want to play the 5. He wants to shift over to 4, but you got Gigi Jackson there as well, so that.
And that's why I said it kind of messes it up.
But he can still come off the bench. He's young enough now where he won't necessarily be tripping despite what he.
That's why I said put him at the 3. That's why I said if they go 3, 4, 5, you got a different
But
team.
you potentially have Ja, Marcus Smart, Bane.
I'm not starring Marcus Smart. I'm not going 6'2", 6'2", 6'2".
I'm just telling you.
That is-
I'm
That's
just telling you.
just no.
Bane is 6'2"? No, Bane is bigger.
No, he's 6'4".
6'4".
He's 6'4", but he's 6'4" negative wingspan.
Yeah. He got small arms.
He's got small arms. So he's negative wingspan.
Yeah.
He's 6'5".
T-Rex.
But it's still it's a small negative.
T-Rex. He got the T-Rex on.
T-Rex arms. Is
Like,
crazy.
no, what I'm
Still
saying
effective.
is
Huff, though. He's still
it's
huff.
plus. Like how much
He makes up
wingspan.
for it with huffness.
So that's why I said. So I'm fine. Listen, I'm fine with having my guards both 6'4", 6'5", with 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", and then 7'3". That is a perfect lineup for me. But I am not going 6'4", 6'4", 6'4". Well, shit, I don't mind that either. 6'4", 6'4", and then I have 2 bigs back there, but it still puts pressure. It puts too much pressure on them.
Okay.
How good is Jaren Jackson Jr. though?
Huh?
How good is he?
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Is he good enough to
Defensively?
play the 4 and really be something for that team? Let's just say we haven't seen it since Steven Adams, right? And that's when he broke out. He broke out as a premier potential talent while he was playing next to him. He goes down, forced to play the 5. Wins Defensive Player of the Year. Right? So he don't have no room to go down from here.
I mean, his first team.
Edey
He
playing
won't.
the
I think
5
you need
now.
to put
Does
him
it?
back in his natural position.
But that
is the
natural
4.
position wasn't Defensive Player of the Year. He got Defensive Player of the Year at the 5 because he was guarding them 5s.
2-time block champ. So
He said Jaren Jack. I'll get.
at the, both centers, he was block champ. No, he was block
I
champ.
don't know. Check the tape.
I mean, when you're talking about him being an elite player, you're talking about
He was dominant.
defensively or
Like they had
overall?
an
He was
expectation.
dominant.
Obviously is an elite defensive player.
He was dominant at. See, he was dominant at the 4 too. So it's really on him, I guess.
Because what I watched them at the tail, like maybe like 30 games left in the season, I'm watching him play, and he didn't take a leadership role for that team. And he just kind of showed up when he wanted to. Because he didn't have, like, there was no excuse for him, but it was. It's like, oh, well, we don't got Steve, and I'm forced to play the 5, and I can't do everything by myself. We don't got Ja, we don't got Dez. It's just me out here. And it's like, well, show us you're going to get 25 and 12.
Yeah.
He barely cracked. He didn't even average over 10 boards.
Yeah, I think that's
No,
the
he averaged
one place
5
he can
boards.
improve.
5
is
boards.
his
As a center.
rebounding.
See,
That's it, I
but see,
think.
that's now. But that's what I'm saying. So now, technically, you need
23 and
You
6.
need Edey.
you need
Because
Edey.
he goes and
you
gets-
need Edey at the back there. Then, so now Edey becomes more valuable.
So you have a career high in points, but only 6
What was
rebounds.
his career high in points?
22.5.
See, that's what I'm saying as far as his talent.
At the
I don't
center
know.
position.
I don't know how to gauge that. It's like 22 at the center position. You go to the 4. Can you give me 28?
Basically 23 and 6.
No, but that's at the. I don't know if he realizes this. He goes to the 4. His production's gonna go down.
Because he's playing against guys his size.
You're playing. No, I mean you're playing guys your size too, but that offense is not going to be ran through you. At the center, you are the only person that we get to pass the ball down to.
Because of pick- yeah.
Now we'll probably throw it into the big man and do cutoffs. off.
Yeah, facts.
Right?
They
It used to
changed
be
the
you.
whole offense around
It
that.
used to be you.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna throw it to Edey, go, and then if Edey don't have no pass, now you can go sit there like
It's high-low now. But he gets that jumper. He gets that high jumper that he wants that high jumper by himself. So high-low from him is they got to go help from the top,
And then kick out.
or they let him go one-on-one in the post.
yeah. See his numbers. His numbers are gonna go down just because of the way the offense has to shift now.
He plays Zebo. He's going to play the Zebo role. Zebo, Marc Gasol.
You're gonna play the Zebo role, but not the Zebo plays.
Right, because Zebo had all ISOs.
Yeah. You're not gonna ISO him. You're gonna do pick and roll. You got Bane coming off. I mean, it's.
They got a lot more, though.
What I'm saying is, him now saying he don't want to play the 5 and go to 4 and bringing in the 5.
Yeah.
Is gonna hurt him.
For sure.
It's gonna hurt him.
For sure.
You averaged 23 last year. I mean,
And this is not just a 5 that you're bringing in and just play 5. He can score that bitch.
Yeah.
He can give us 20 and 10. So that's going to make sure we run the offense through him now.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking the
like
question.
this is the best position. This
I'm
is
afraid for him at 4.
This was like a great, like when you think about it, like how it rotates. That was a great pick by them.
Yeah.
So
They
you're
was
on board with it now.
They was happy he was
That was a
available.
great. Yeah, that was a great.
It was like,
Ladies and gentlemen,
like,
you has changed his stance.
Like I'm thinking, it was like for Memphis, that was a great pickup by Memphis because now the whole team is about the same age.
yeah.
that is
No, yeah, because
It's a young team. It's super young.
It's not even
That's what I'm
old. It's not even a young team because that's not considered a young team. That's
Compared
the middle.
to other-
compared to other, that's the
other
middle of the
young
road. Because
teams.
Ja's what 23, 24 now,
Yep.
That's
right? Bain is about
the
24.
same. Yep. Jared.
Right, Jared Jack about 24.
Ja will
yeah.
be 25 in August.
Yeah.
So one of them is the one.
So all of them-
Smart is the oldest one. He's probably 30.
Yeah, so ZD on that. I mean,
Desmond Bain 26.
yeah, so that's perfect. He's considered young. He's the second youngest player on the team.
Marcus Smart 30.
After you've been calling him old for
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, he was an old rookie, but he's young, young for that team.
Yeah, for sure. Now that we starting to talk about it more, I see them now as, even though they're in the West, you could put them on the East, they would have a chance.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like before, I'm like, oh, they're
Well, that's
run
what
down.
I said that the West is just so stacked.
Dang.
Well,
It
we're
might be.
going to talk about it later in the show, and we will see where the
Yeah,
Grizzlies stack up
I like them now. I like
against the rest of the West
Different
Conference.
look. It's as if when you spread it out, you're like, all right, they got some potential.
Yeah, when you open up the team, like, okay,
Well, let's shift over to the W. We got to talk more about these two super rookies, and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Both continued to look impressive as their battle for Rookie of the Year heats up. So Reese set a new WNBA record with her 13th straight double-double on Sunday against the Storm. Dropped her 14th double-double today in a win against the Dream. And after being named Rookie of the Month for June, Reese became the first rookie in WNBA history to be named Player of the Week as well. Caitlin Clark made some history of her own this weekend, becoming the first rookie to mess around and drop a triple-double. 19 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists, and a comeback win on the Liberty. Clark is on pace to become the first player in W history to average 16-plus points, 7-plus assists in a season. So, Lexie, got to start with you. How impressive have Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese been so far in their rookie seasons? And do you expect either of them to hit a rookie wall, especially considering that you guys are going to take a break now for All-Star? Will that benefit them? Will that hurt them?
I mean, I think it benefits them. Like they're all stars, which is amazing.
Yeah.
They're gonna have some time to rest mentally, physically. I think they hit their rookie wall like already. Like it's over.
Okay.
I think both teams are still like in the process of adjusting to them, but like you're seeing those two teams building their future around their rookies, and that's something that I haven't seen in a while, which I think is amazing for them. Caitlin almost had another triple-double tonight. I think she was very close, or today. It's been good to see. I mean, it's been good to see them be able to work out their rookie season and get through it while getting like game experience. Because I know our team, like our schedule, like we barely practice, so you don't really have time to work on things and figure things out as a rookie. So them being able to figure it out in game, real time, and being successful is good for them. And I do want to give a shout out to our rookie, Rickea Jackson.
Shout out to Rickea Jackson.
Like if we were winning some more games, I think she would be in this Rookie of the Year race for sure. She's been
doing her thing.
really, she's been really fighting her way, and I'm like really happy and proud of her.
So you talk about Caitlin. Caitlin had 29 points, 13 assists, 5 rebounds in a loss to the Washington Mystics.
They also were down 21 in the fourth quarter.
That's lost by 5.
Yeah, lost by 5. So
So when you look at these two rookies,
all the hype that was coming in before, they're both living up to it. I guess it's the media and the fan base trying to put them two against each other, like this is still college, right? Where what they're both doing is making history, right? It's not whose history is better, as they're both making history. They're
At the
both
same
they're
time.
both doing something different, right? One's a guard, one's a big, right? Reese double-double does not change Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark triple-double doesn't change. There's Reese she might get a triple-double one day, maybe, But she's gonna be a double queen. How she plays,
Shit,
that's gonna be.
she already is.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is,
queen.
she's gonna the way her trajectory. She might break the all-time double record, right? Because rebounding is what she's good. That's her gift. Her offense is. This is the bottom end of her offense, right? This is the worst she's gonna be offensively. She's only gonna get better. So. Those numbers is going to be, she's going to be averaging 22 and 12 or 14 one of these years. She's going to be a dominant force. Caitlin Clark is going to be on the verge of playing like Luka. 2-3 years from now, she's going to be averaging 22, 8 and 7, 9 and 7, right? So these, if you separate and just watch them individually and stop, you talk about Caitlin Clark, people go, what about Reese? You talk about Reese, what about Caitlin?
I appreciate both of their games separately.
Just look at them separately.
Yeah.
They're both doing great, and who wins the this is the problem with the Rookie of the Year. Whoever wins it, the other one got cheated. The other one's gonna feel like they got cheated because they're both, history is being done. That's why I said it's easier
For both.
for both to win. It's
I don't know.
easy.
If Caitlin gets a few more triple doubles.
It's still one, even though she gets a few more triple doubles, you got
she
one
has
who
the record
holds a record of
for
double.
double-doubles.
It's just one of those seasons that you're like, you know what?
Nah. You know, we're not doing this.
What are we not doing?
We're not doing this.
Doing what?
What?
Someone gotta win.
Nah.
We're not doing this. You know why? Because that shit was fucking beautiful. And I was over here like, do I sway with y'all niggas or no? Because that shit does, like, it's the.
What they're
makes logical
doing
sense.
is like incredible.
It is.
And what I'm proud of Chicago and I'm proud of Indiana because I've been around this league and there are some hating ass coaches, there's some hating ass players in this league that would have like stomped that shit out so fast. And they're on two teams that absolutely did not allow that to happen. And I'm going to credit Chicago and Indiana for that because I've seen that shit happen in real time on other teams with other players where they see something amazing brewing with their rookie or young players and they're like, fuck her. Absolutely not.
Do you think that because of the media was so strong,
They had to.
they had to conform fast?
Because
we seen Fever at the beginning of the season,
Yep.
and the shit
And
they
it
let
was
us
looking a
they looking
little-
like, no, I mean, you're gonna sit on the floor, and all that media sitting there like, well, she needs some new teammates. They said, girl, let's TikTok.
All that. Hey, I was just
Girl,
about to-
we with you, we with you,
about
we
to
with
go
you.
there.
I said, y'all better get right or y'all getting left.
Getting left
Like,
Let me tell you.
on both
like I
sides.
said, her passing ability was going to show up before her scoring
scoring.
came. So y'all are gonna benefit more from knocking down these open shots and being able to play with her on the floor because she's gonna get you the ball.
We not doing this. You know why? Somebody gotta win.
Somebody gotta
so
win
if
it.
we in entertainment, right, and we going this person versus this person, this team versus this team, we love both teams, we bias. We just, we don't know who gonna win. We don't know who we want to win. But guess what? You can't tie. You can't fucking tie.
They do it all the time.
No.
When was the last co-rookie of the years in NBA?
Was it J. Kidd and Grant and Jason Kidd?
Think about
That's
think
they're
about
playing so well that it was like,
Think about the competitiveness, the landscape of what size you got to pick now. You think about how we've always tried to unify all of this
But
stuff.
like,
right?
why do we gotta if one wins, which that is very possible that one of them does win, it's gonna be a shitstorm.
No, it's
Like,
not.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yes,
beautiful
it is.
because everyone's now watching. We wasn't watching before because it wasn't a
But
reason
this
to
is
pick.
like the perfect setup for the co-rookie of the year.
Nah.
They are so different.
Yeah.
We don't want peace,
How do you-
love, and
Yes, we
unity.
do.
None of that. Because what happens
Steve
after?
Steve Francis, Elton Brand,
After
after
that.
We want
2000?
respect
Yeah,
and
see,
growth.
that could be the Steve Francis Elton brand. That's what I said. Because it's not two guards.
Right,
This
it's
is
a
not
guard
two
and a
guards.
center.
This is a guard and a center. So how do you
have to do it
justify?
every year now.
What
You have to
criteria?
do it every year now.
Because
we're all good.
what I'm saying is
Teamwork.
If the voters are this, like let's put the voters as, all right, Shaq is a voter, Duncan's a voter, Embiid's a voter,
Right. They go
Curry's a voter, and Kyrie's a voter. What's this gonna go?
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese
All of
wins,
them
right?
black.
Because
All
the
of
three
them
bigs,
black. All of them motherfuckers is black on that
Oh, yeah,
panel.
that too.
the
All
three-
of them black. They're gonna pick Angel.
The three bigs value the double-double. Now the guards value what she's doing. So the guards see Caitlin Clark. The big see how hard what Angel. So it's two different slides, but they're both playing
But
great.
we all are players. Even you saying guards are this, bigs are this, but we all know wholeheartedly who deserves to be the rookie of the year based on record, based on what you do for your team, points, and all the stats that's around it. I look at Angel Reese and I say, she's doing exactly what she's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Because you're
And she
underrated.
broke- she
You're
broke-
underrated as a rebounder. You're proven that you should be respected not only as a rebounder but as a force. Period. A presence.
Wait, who underrated her as a rebounder?
no, that was her
I
thing.
did.
Oh.
I did.
Oh.
I underrated her as a
Yeah,
rebounder.
absolutely.
You didn't-
I
you
didn't
didn't
know.
think
I
it
didn't
was
know
an
if she could do it in
Oh,
the
I
W.
absolutely am. I'm not
So I
surprised
wanted to
with
see
it.
it. So now that I see it, and it's like, okay, she deserves everything that she's getting for as far as recognition. But then Caitlin, expectations for her were already here. The team that she's spoon feeding and keep dropping the motherfucking eggshells all over the place. Imagine if she's picking up 6 more assists, she's getting 3 more rebounds, and she's putting the ball in the basket more because they're not really just trying to deny her everything. Like, I look at the potential of what happens when you make it even. You make it even.
Well, that's what I said.
Caitlin
If they,
goes
if
here.
they, if they switch teams,
No, when Caitlin doesn't get all the pressure defensively, that's what you're asking,
Yeah.
right? Because she's making.
She has
the
to
teammates are
overcome.
playing
She has to
better.
overcome more than Angel does.
So Caitlin today, 29 points, 13 assists, 5 rebounds, 5 steals,
Man.
3
So what
blocks.
I'm-
Like she said, she's turning
but
the
that's what
corner
I'm
on that
saying.
rookie wall.
No.
Once you realize that,
But
it's
they're
like,
what I'm saying is they're both turning. One has the ball the whole time.
For
to make
sure.
The other one has to get the ball and make her own play.
Yes.
Right? And that's not her attribute. Her attribute is not scoring.
right.
Right? But the fact that she's still averaging like she's still getting points. Nobody had her, literally nobody had her averaging double-double.
But if she's getting us 10 or 12 or even 14 a game, and that's unexpected, that's you getting dimed off. Oh, I got a quick one here. Give me 10, and I know I'm going to get 10 boards. That's a double-double.
Yeah,
It's just about how many times I get the ball to get my 10 points. Caitlin, on the other hand, I got to come off the pick and roll. I got
but that's
so
what-
much more to do.
But that's what I said. But the fact is, we seen what Caitlin looked like in college, right? And because of her points was very high, no one else looked at her passing ability,
But
right?
me.
Huh?
But me.
Yeah, you did.
Me too.
So what ends up happening is her biggest attribute is actually her passing ability.
Yes.
So there's gonna be a year where she leads the league in assists.
Who's doing it right
Okay.
now?
But that's what I'm saying. But that's gonna be
Probably Natasha Cloud.
so like that's what I said. 2,
She's
3
very
years
close.
from now,
She's
there's
not
gonna be
here.
a time where Caitlin surpasses just people in the league because of her stats is gonna be crazy across the board.
Alyssa,
Right?
she's second.
Second right now,
She
too.
could finish. She could be the assist leader this year.
Imagine if they actually finish in her
Okay,
layups.
so
like
now
she-
we have
And Angel Reese-
assists. I would put her assists and then Angel's rebounds.
Angel leading the league in
We'll
rebounds.
neutralize
neutralize that. That's what I would do.
Because
assist and
Angel's leading the league in rebounding. Caitlin probably will finish
In
leading
assists.
in assists.
No, you got to go Angels rebounding and Caitlin's points because we knew her points was gonna be there. We knew her rebounds was gonna be there. We didn't know Caitlin's assist was gonna be here. We didn't know
I did.
Reese's rebound or points was gonna be here.
There.
That's what I said. They're both doing, and I don't want to. If you gave it to both of them, I think both of them will sit there and say,
Look what we're doing.
Fuck that.
Because
Because you need a villain.
Nah.
You need a motherfucker that's mad.
You don't wanna-
I didn't win.
no, you
Fuck
don't want a
that.
Gordon. You don't want a Gordon.
Fuck that.
You don't want a Gordon in a
need
dunk
that.
I want a
contest.
Joker. Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You need that fire. That's what creates the fire.
That can ruin.
It creates the fire. The fact that I was running up, it was me and you head to head, and you beat me out, and now I got to figure out why.
well,
Is
she's
it 'cause-
never going to because they're never going to guard each other.
Well,
Yeah,
Never
that's
gonna-
it.
It's not even
never
about-
gonna
It
be
becomes
like
envious.
rock.
It becomes envious.
it-
You don't want. You don't need that in this
Magic
sport no
versus-
more.
It becomes Magic
You don't
versus
need it, but they're
Bird.
not.
They're same position.
Rashad.
Listen,
like there's
I'm
no way
talking-
they're.
I'm
there's
not talking
gonna
about
be-
position-wise.
But there's not going to be anything that either one. They can both play out of their minds.
Talking about name-wise.
respectively, and it's
Name-wise.
never going to matter.
It ain't about it. It ain't.
You got Magic versus Bird, not
No.
small.
They're small forwards.
No, He was a point guard.
No, he was a small forward. They were small forward.
Listen.
One just had a different
Okay,
gear.
but it's a point guard and a center.
Exactly.
Like,
So look,
who's
regardless
gonna be
of the
middle?
position,
It's always going to be the center because she's
regardless
the bigger one.
regardless of the position, you have now a dynamic where people can identify with one or the other.
But why can't we love both of them?
Because
and how
everyone's
they
not
play?
the same. Everyone has their
But
tiers
that's
of where they
what
want to
makes
go.
this situation so beautiful because you can appreciate so many aspects of the game.
You don't want a Gordon. I'm trying to tell you, dog. You do not want someone who feels like they were ripped off so bad to the point where they're disgusted with the league itself.
Hey, that's too.
And
bad.
that's what ends up happening.
Go work harder.
So now I don't want to. Now I don't want to be a
Get
part.
your ass in the lab.
No.
10 more push-ups because you stopped early
Now-
last time, and that's why you didn't get that last rebound that could have got you the award.
No, that's
you
not-
Could,
that's not
10
got-
more points. You
no.
missed 20 layups in 3 games.
Now that person
Angel.
won't feel. That person won't feel that it's because of their players. It's gonna be feel because you cheated me. Now I'm looking at you like that.
But
now
did
I
you
hate.
get cheated?
Now I hate you.
Did you get cheated?
Whoever
Did you get cheated?
Whoever wins it, the other one feels cheated.
No, he
Yes.
can't feel cheated. Listen, in
Who
boxing,
won the dunk
in
contest?
boxing,
She broke the record.
In boxing, if you get a draw in boxing, you don't feel cheated unless you just knew you were
She
winning.
broke the
10 rounds
WNBA
to one.
record
No
in
one
the
knows.
first 20 games of the
one.
season,
Who-
her rookie year.
Who won the dunk contest
What does that mean?
between Gordon and Zach LaVine?
Gordon won it, right?
No. That's why he hates the dunk contest.
No, he hates it. He hates Dwayne Wade.
No,
Why?
he hates the
For
whole
giving Dwayne Wade gave him a 9.
No, he hates the whole.
No, he hates
the whole
all
thing.
of it. No, he hates Dwayne Wade.
No.
He did a
He hates
whole
all
video
of it.
about it, music video about it.
But he
Disgusted and
hates
hates it.
Yeah, he did a whole.
hates
He,
it.
like, it's just because
And we hate it for
you
him.
have to choose a winner. A loser doesn't like when he loses because you had to pick the other nigga.
Because Dwayne Wade was being a weird hater dude.
Yeah,
Like,
but
it's
like
a
you
vote.
said, it could have went even.
Even
right?
could win even.
But there ain't no evens. You
Yeah.
gotta pick somebody.
so we got to depend on
Pick
a
a
weird
side.
hater person?
now-
Hey,
Let me tell-
who is Dwayne Wade to the community?
Hey, let me
is he
tell-
a weird hater person or is he?
Let me tell you what
Hall
happens.
of Fame niggas that we just.
Let me tell you what happens though.
Vote.
The way it went, this person does not want to perform anymore. This man won, he don't want to perform anymore. So now your 2 biggest draws don't want to perform ever again. If they tie the following year, one has to say he's the winner. So you have both of them back the next year
Yeah.
for a tie.
But that
Right.
ain't gonna stop them from being light skinned. Them two like
But what I'm
soft
saying-
ass light
but what I'm saying is-
should have came back anyway. Nobody
Why we
cared
gotta be all that?
Because that's how y'all act.
Why we gotta
That's how
talk
y'all
about
act.
Plot.
You acting sensitive and shit
We lost the
because you
plot.
lost and you won.
Niggas are in touch
Man,
with their
man, fuck
emotions.
all that, man. It's a dunk contest, bro.
It's like,
We
it
are
don't
in
matter,
touch
but
with our emotions as a community.
So who you going for? Y'all going for both?
I'm both.
Both.
See, I know you're lying under them goddamn eyelashes.
I'm going for Clarice. That's how they do it when they bind both of them. Clarice.
I know you're lying under them lashes.
So just so we're clear, Levine beat Gordon, then Gordon came back next year, lost to Derrick Jones
They
Jr.
did it twice. Oh, no.
And
The first time.
And Wade gave him the 9, I think, in that dunk.
Oh, okay.
Just, yeah, it's just.
I don't know.
Listen.
I'm not going to say who I think because I think they're both doing amazing things and they're both breaking records every week. So good thing we don't have to decide right now.
We will see.
I'm also not a voter, so who?
We have a nice break to recalibrate, get our bearings together.
Can we choose the front runner right now?
I just don't.
So we asked the
front runner
chat.
right now is Caitlyn.
I just don't like to. You're in a position where both girls are in a great spirit. They're happy. They're doing things with the idea of everything is fair.
I don't know. I just feel like
Whoever loses, I don't know if either one of them accepts it because from their lens, they're doing what it takes, right? Angel Reese, I'm sorry, but Angel Reese for who she has to play against, the big girls, the physical girls, and she's shooting 30%. She's getting her offensive rebounds. She's getting the offensive rebound, right? So she's getting it back and putting it back in. So it don't matter. She's doing what it takes for her position. The other one too, right? So they're both facing adversity. So we can't say who road is harder. If they both get to the top, it's like, I got to reward you both since this is what you're doing. If one was averaging 10 and 7, then it's like, eh. But a double-double is a fucking double-double. It's hard. It's hard for me to just say one or the other. I'm sorry, I can't.
Listen,
I can't.
If we in the
I already
game,
told
you
you.
gotta pick one or the other. You can't pick both.
Yes,
Who
you
picking?
can. That's why code
Who you
wars
picking?
happen.
Like,
Right now,
unless
unless
there's a big it's like one of those. If it goes down to the end and one has a triple double and one doesn't, right? I mean, one doesn't have the double double and her record get broke, and then you give it to her off at the triple double. I was like, that's
It's like you
fucked up.
can't.
but you,
Like someone has to.
you know we wouldn't do it that
What I'm
way.
saying is, someone has to, in the next few, after All-Star break,
Someone has to
to jump high. Because right now, where they are, that motherfuckers, even if it's 50.5 to 49.5, I still don't feel comfortable saying 50.5 wins.
If it's a triple overtime, right? Triple overtime, tie game, 2 seconds left. Missed the shot. Guess what we doing? We're going into the fourth overtime, right?
Somebody got to win this shit.
Somebody
But that don't
gotta
have that.
win.
But nobody has
this
that.
award.
This is overtime.
So I'm asking y'all to put this in the
No.
scenario where somebody gotta win.
No.
Ain't no codes.
So
Ain't no codes.
Yes, there is.
Ain't no codes.
Even with
What
the
they're doing together as rookies with all that pressure, all that attention, all that negativity from both sides
both sides.
are horrible to each other.
They not like
the
us.
girls.
They
the
not
fan
like
bases
us.
are
But there's not a
awful.
not like us. There's not a not like us right now.
Drake or you
No.
gonna pick
No, there's not a not like us right now.
Drake or you
No,
gonna
there's
pick
not.
Kendrick?
There's
They
no, but
both
I'm
balling.
No,
They both
no,
balling.
there's no not like us.
Their game has like completely surpassed this fake beef.
No.
That
No.
people
How about
try to
this?
Create.
Okay,
It's
okay.
over.
The Indiana Fever or
Who-
7th place.
No. Who wins? Who's winning the beef before Utopia comes out?
Drake, because he already put out 2 diss tracks.
Euphoria.
Euphoria.
He
Utopia,
already
great
put out
movie.
2 diss
Euphoria.
tracks before that.
Okay, so now Euphoria comes out. Who's winning?
It's a tie.
Okay, that's where we are right now.
But no, we're not.
no,
We are.
we're not.
We
There's
haven't
no
had
what-
the season
What do you
left.
mean? There's been tracks still dropped.
There's
No.
20
Right now-
games
Still has
left.
an album.
There's
That's
20
Caitlyn.
games
Caitlyn
left.
is Kendrick. I still have an album. to
No,
drop.
right now
I ain't
it's-
even done on y'all.
But I'm saying it. But that's what I'm saying. Right now, there's no not like
winner.
us or Family Matter.
How?
It's not yet.
How? How
It's
can we
not.
say that? Triple
This
double
is
was
the
not like
build-up.
us.
Double double,
Oh, hell no.
13
Double.
13
The first
She needs
triple
one
double.
more.
13
Yeah.
double double.
The-
Needs
13
another one.
first triple double.
It's a
She
record.
broke the WNBA.
She broke
No.
a record.
And I broke a
For a
record.
rookie.
Rookie
A rookie-
triple double.
Angel broke the W record.
The W.
No.
One set a rookie
That's-
record,
look.
one broke a W record.
Listen, Caitlyn would have broken a whole fucking basketball record by now if they would catch the ball and lay it up.
Okay, well, she had no.
Look at
Choose your words
They catch the ball and lay it up.
No, look.
Not
When
too
it comes to
much of my
Caitlin's
girls.
turnovers, I don't.
Yeah, she.
They're
turned
not.
out.
They're not her turnovers.
Some
She's
are.
It's
averaging 5 of them.
But
Some of them
those
are.
are not real 5 turnovers. Those are adjustment, like
Being in the right
her
place.
team. Remember, I said it. Her teammate didn't understand that this is what she does.
Yep.
They didn't know that someone passes the ball like this, like with J Kidd, 4 turnovers and
But I kept saying,
it's
her passing ability.
You
is
gotta get adjusted
next
to it.
Freaking level, and everyone was
You know-
like, "She gonna average 30." I know she's not.
All
But
right.
she gonna lead
Her
the league in
passing-
assists.
Her passing ability and her scoring ability, right? That's 2 things, right?
Okay.
All right. Now,
Rebounds.
Angel who?
Rebound.
Angel rebound.
Yeah.
And what else?
Rebound.
Rest my case.
Like,
2-1.
Okay,
hey, look,
still,
like Magic,
still
Magic came to the league averaging 4 turnovers. They didn't know he passed the ball like
Yeah.
that, so they're not even looking.
It's
Boom.
too early to just be like, "This is the winner." This is.
It's
the winner.
tied right now.
It's tied right now.
For
It's
me.
Extremely.
So we asked the chat who will win WNBA Rookie of the Year. Over 5,000 voters. Currently, Angel Reese in the lead with 51% of the vote.
See?
It's close.
51%.
Those are half.
There's 2 Americas. They're both united.
Oh, it does, but it's still 51%.
Yeah.
You probably thought it was gonna be like 80%.
80%.
No, I didn't.
No,
I didn't. No.
80% Caitlyn.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
people be
Well,
honest.
exactly.
Be
But
honest.
hear what I'm saying.
Let's just be honest.
They remember a
No,
few weeks
but that's
ago
what I
it was
told you.
Caitlyn.
That's what I said.
Caitlyn.
50, that's what I said.
And now they're like, okay, Angel
But-
got a little shit to her, which we all
That's
knew
what I
she was
said.
gonna
That's what I
do.
said. 51%. I'm not comfortable with that yet. That's what I said. Right now there has to be something that puts him like, if she keeps going and she 20 something, and then the other one's 2 more triple doubles, she's still tied.
And
Someone
Angel's
has to
gonna keep
fall.
Getting double doubles because even the way she got her double double today, her teammate like fed her the ball at the end of the game to go get her.
And that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is her teammates, when they realize, because they know this double-double is holding you ground, just like everybody knows Caitlin Clark assists. They're going to be doing... They're
going to start making shots.
Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the Shaquille...
Don't do that.
Y'all remember the Shaquille
All of a
O'Neal?
sudden, Indiana Fever's field goal percentage.
You talking about David Robinson?
Y'all remember the Shaquille O'Neal, David Robinson?
Don't do that.
Right? They fighting for the scoring title. Shaquille O'Neal decided to sit his ass out because he thought he won. And David Robinson's team was like, how many points he need? 60-something? All right, big fella. There you go. There you go. There you go. And he got his 72. Was it a real 72?
These next 20 games, both of them.
You know what's so funny? No one even questioned, was that padding the stats? Was that padding the stats?
We didn't have internet back then.
You didn't have the
We just
internet
took
back
it
then.
for what it was.
When they were trying to,
what it was.
when his teammates was like, oh, you can get the scoring title if you average as many points, and they just force-fed him the whole time, and he scored 72 the last game against the Clippers. No one talks about that. Is that a real 72? On the books it says it, but in reality, was it?
It's not going to diminish what Angel does because it looks easy to her.
That's great. That's great.
That shit don't look easy.
No, what I'm saying is if a rookie is making it look easy, God damn it, let's go. Oh. They both making it look easy right now.
Man.
And I can't wait the next season. Hey, both y'all ladies, congratulations. Co-MVP. Let's get into next season.
Hell no. You on this
But now with Andrew Wilson in this WNBA.
Y'all
not gonna disrespect Asia.
Now
like
both
that.
cities. Both cities got a rookie of the year. Woo! Shit, if I could throw a third motherfucker in there, I would.
Let's
Separate that.
No.
Whites over here, blacks over here. Y'all
Exactly.
stay
That's
over
what we
there in your mind.
That's what
Let's
we
stay in your
on that
mind.
note, let's keep
I
this
did
thing
not
moving.
say come over here. Okay?
Let's keep this
You got
thing
your own
moving.
water fountain. Your water fountain is over there.
Retired.
You got your own water fountain.
WNBA being the fourth
It's water fountains for everybody, Rashad. Let's keep this thing
Somebody
moving.
gotta win.
tired of
You
it.
said if we win, you get the water fountain this week. Shit, don't you want to drink out that water fountain? That
We don't
motherfucker
want it
cold.
no
It's
more.
cold.
We're tired.
Cold water.
Let's keep this thing moving.
On a hoop.
Now, you know what's funny, though? What's funny is no matter how you look at it, it goes back to this, like,
Black
Indiana Fever, White City, Chicago, Black City.
For sure. That's what I say one time.
Like, it just makes
crazy.
it just makes it for the jokes that we just can't help it.
Let it be, bro. Why don't
The jokes write themselves out.
man?
It's one of those things in the playoffs. I don't know if you can get away with it during these times, but like I don't know if y'all know about the Philippine leagues. When two rivals is going against each other, there's no mixed crowd. One group sits on one side, and the other group sits on the other side. It's not mixed.
Oh yeah,
so if you're
like,
going for the
Chicago game versus a Fever game.
all
today.
Chicago fans, y'all over there.
Over there.
We gonna cut it in half. Fever here.
Don't come over here.
Now y'all get the chant back and forth back like in high school. That should be fun.
That should be real
Like a
fun.
Raiders-Niners
fun
game.
as hell. Didn't they just do something? They put their games on. I don't like that.
What?
I don't like that.
What?
They put their games on at the same time.
The WNBA?
Yep.
Yeah.
And,
Today?
And what's gonna happen is, obviously, Caitlin Clark is gonna get more views on her game than the other one. Then you're gonna try to use that narrative. I don't like that.
Pack that up.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So
Enough with the
As
narrative.
soon as I seen it, I was like, that's some bullshit.
Appreciate the rook.
It should have been like back-to-back game. It should have been like boom, boom.
Appreciate what they're
let's
doing.
keep this thing moving. So during the week of the NBA draft, the Nets and Rockets made an interesting move, swapping some future first-round picks. Shams had that report. The Nets were traded the Suns 2025 pick swap and 2027 first rounder and a first rounder and a swap in 2029 to the Rockets for their own 2025 pick swap and 2026 first rounder from the James Harden trade.
Wait, what?
But why would he even type that out?
It's confusing, but this was before the draft. There was some reasoning behind it.
Okay.
So word on the street is the Rockets could be looking to try and make a move for either Kevin Durant or Devin Booker in the near future if the Suns don't live up to the hype. So in response,
Who?
the Rockets.
Oh, the Rockets.
The Rockets. So in response to those reports, Suns owner Matt Ishbia dropped the following tweet hours before the first round of the draft. He said the following. He said the NBA draft night is the best. Everyone talking about The drama and storylines, some are right, some are just wrong. My turn. Phoenix loves Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant loves Phoenix. And we are competing for a championship this year because we have the team to do it. Gotta love draft night. Go Suns. So we now fast forward. During an interview with Yahoo Sports' Vince Goodwill at Team USA training camp, KD addressed the trade rumors, effectively put them to bed.
Were you online on draft night when everybody was saying?
It's hard not to hear what they got to say about you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, because especially then you could just make up lies, like, and everybody gonna believe you. Like, you could just press the KD want to leave button anytime you want some attention.
You think it's a button?
Yes, it's for sure a button. What else is gonna get people going around this time besides the journeyman is leaving again? That storyline gonna always hit, the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they see the alerts on ESPN on your phone. Oh, KD's thinking about leaving. That's how big that story is, which is whack. Cause I'm talking to Phoenix every day. Since the season ended, like our GMs, coaches, everybody, we've been locked in. So it's like to hear somebody say, well, Phoenix wants to get out of the KD sweep. So I'm like sitting there like, where's this coming from?
So we actually had a button we ordered off of Amazon Prime. It was delivered.
It's coming from sources. There should be a rule moving forward that as journalists, you should never be allowed to use sources. Because
Just
if it's not a real person that someone can go fact check, then it's just you
lying.
saying it, right? That's just how it is. Sources say this person said this. Okay, who's the source? So we can check to see if it's valid. Because if not, then.
But what if the source can't put their name on it because they don't want to lose their job?
Then they shouldn't be saying it. Because it shouldn't, you should not legally be.
And tweet about whatever you want to. Don't use your.
Wouldn't that destroy the very fabric of journalism, though?
No.
Was predicated on sources giving information?
You shouldn't be. You can't do it in court. You can't say my source told me. Reveal your source. Can't. You can't. That's what I'm saying. It should be illegal.
Who's the source in this situation?
Whoever wrote it at this point.
The facts are the source.
No.
The facts?
You know what the facts are?
No.
What are the facts, Rashad?
Does Kevin Durant have a I want to leave button?
Like what?
Does Kevin Durant have a beep I want to leave button? Has he pushed this button before?
He has
And
left.
how many
from destination.
times has he pushed this Kevin Durant
Well, he don't got it
is on
anymore.
the move button?
You don't got it no more.
I'm just asking a question so I can just kind of lay this thing out for you about why it made sense what you're saying, but the facts are the facts. Is that you have been a journeyman and you have been on the move, and that button has been pushed before. So even if the journalists don't have sources, what they do have is a timeline.
But his point he's
so he
making
said it.
is that people use that story just to get clicks and conversation instead of them going to do their
Because
job. and talk about something
you've
else.
allowed me to do that based on an insinuation on what your past have looked like. Your past have looked like, if it don't go well here and I don't win here, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here.
I
They
feel like
call him
there's
a journeyman.
a lot more interesting things going
So
on.
exactly what he's saying. That because you guys call me the journeyman, you guys can sit there and push the button of KD wants to leave, and because of the resume, you believe it. Even if no one in my organization, we don't even think about, you get to use it. Tomorrow, they can come during the Olympics. Hey, Suns is thinking about moving KD. Fake. Sources say. You can't sit there and do that.
But it sounds real though. Why?
Because he's left.
Because he's left. And that's the only reason why it seems unfair to him. And it seems like the media shouldn't be able to do it. But the fact that they can do it is the fact that you have left. And that's the only reason why the button is there. And we can use that button on anybody's past mistakes or past anything and be like, hey, man, you've done it. You can't say it's just, they're not pulling shit out of thin air.
Yeah, they are.
KD might be on the move.
I don't got no views today. If I don't have no views today and there's no storylines, hey, we got this button. KD's leaving.
Oh shit, KD's about to leave. Now he's sitting there looking on Twitter. KD about to leave. What the fuck? Now he gonna call somebody. Hey, y'all trying to trade me? No. You trying to leave? No. What the fuck is going on here?
What is the person on the phone supposed to say? Yeah?
I feel like if your player asks you, you should.
No, because you know not to be honest. It's business, not personal. No, of course not. Hey, who the fuck told Kev we was trying to move him?
Hey, have you noticed?
Who the fuck told Kev? Hey, bring him in here. He's fucking fired. We supposed to be doing this under the table. Who told him? And how did they get to Kevin already?
Have you noticed it's never sources inside organizations anymore? It's just the word sources.
Yes. Just like I told you with Stephen A.
It's not even.
I told you that when he was making that shit up.
What I'm saying is, it's not even sources in the Suns or sources on Kevin. Because if you say sources in the organization, now the organization get to start looking.
Of course. Where do you think this shit's coming from? But sources not allowed to speak publicly on the matter.
Like the
sources I can't name.
Sources don't got their own fucking phone. They can call you.
The funny thing about the world we live in now is it's usually easy because it's only like 4 or 5 people who know the shit. So the process of elimination, usually.
If I'm James Bond and I'm undercover, don't fucking blow my fucking cover.
Let me
I'm
do
cool.
me.
I'm the one giving you this inside information.
But that's
Relax.
the point. People are releasing these statements because they want traffic to their pages and their stories.
You should be
not true. It's
It
the
is
people
true.
inside the camps that's releasing
No,
information.
these journalists
because
are lazy.
they are unsure.
They're
You should be able to-
annoying, and they don't be caring. Like,
So you're saying 100% of this shit is not true all the time when we hear it?
I would say more of it is untrue than true.
Or some of the sources actually leak the shit and we actually hear the truth and we have to make sure that shit doesn't get out as fast as possible?
When has any of it panned out?
Yeah.
When you sit there and hear some of these things, like
the Paul George shit.
What was that? What did it say?
Leak that Philly had 212 available, they would go for him. If he opted out, they did it 2 weeks before that.
Whose sources say?
They didn't say it. They're not gonna say this.
No, who reported it?
I think it was Shams or Woj, one of them.
We gotta look.
One of them.
If you scratch a sniff and do a little digging,
One of
it's
them.
usually pretty easy to figure out where these things are coming
Once
from.
it came out that PG could potentially opt out, it popped up that we can give you the money. We'll give you the money. Boom! Now he know. Somebody just leaked it out.
Where was the sources? When I look at real stories that happened this summer, where were sources then? Where was the fucking source on Klay Thompson moving? There was no source. Where was the source to say, they're not gonna sign him, he might be leaving? There was no source. It was,
Thompson.
Shit.
Klay
Klay unfollowed the Golden State Warriors.
Klay was the source.
Klay unfollowed Golden State. That was a real thing. There was no sources behind. What was the sources behind when they denied his 2-year 20? There was no sources then, right? No. The first time we felt that there was fucking is because he pushed the unfollow button. Then everybody, oh shit, there was no person that came out and said there was a problem going on.
The source ended up being Klay Thompson the whole time.
It's always the source of the player.
But I'm saying, if we're talking about finding the source in the Klay Thompson situation, it was him because he was the one that was holding on to the information about I'm not signing back with them because they didn't take care of me when I wanted them to.
Then what was the Golden State source? There was what I'm saying is, where's the sources on real things that's happening?
That was a real thing.
When it's real.
Is there a source about DeMar going to Sacramento?
No. No damn source.
It was. It did. There was a source that came out before that deal came.
When?
It was the source that
What,
came out.
an hour before? An hour before they signed?
3 days before.
Who reported it?
Potential. I think Woj reported.
After he done signed the contract?
It was like the Sacramento Kings are in talks with a sign and trade for DeMar DeRozan. I remember.
In talks of sign and trade. When he signed, when did we find out?
When the Lakers didn't sign, when we found out the Lakers couldn't take the deal down, when we found out the Lakers dropped the ball, that was the only reason he did the deal, because he couldn't go to LA.
Yeah, we don't see no sources on no deals. It's just always some fluff shit, fake trades.
Feels a little unfair to say that every report has been wrong, like all the time. And it's like wrong to say.
What's the percentage? Because if you're gonna say, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna say if you can say sources,
the JJ Redick story, for example, was correct.
If we're gonna say
Shams initially saying that was correct. That's just one
But we're
example.
talking about the same player every year.
That JJ Redick was going to
Yeah, when we say what I'm saying
was
is
the number one target.
what I'm saying is when we
Somebody
say
on this couch said that as well.
when,
Go ahead,
when we say
Y'all
sources,
definitely said it way before Sean said it.
when we say
What,
but when we
that
say
JJ
That's why you were
sources,
Like 3
championship
months
Charles.
before.
what is the percentage of the source actually being right?
It's hard to calculate that.
Because you're gonna be when you say source and you're getting real information from a real person, you have to be batting about 90-95%. You can't be the weatherman.
Are literally told not to reveal their sources. That's how they're trained. So it's just the opposite
how do-
of
how
what
do-
you're saying. And they're legally protected, since you did bring up
Legally protected by who?
They don't have to reveal their sources.
You don't have to.
So then you can make it up.
That's-
But I'm saying so.
Well, that's what social media is doing now.
That is a very real
so you
thing
can-
as well.
What I'm
Greg.
saying is, so you can legally, like, if I want to be popping and I need traction, I can just make it up and hide behind the word sources.
That's true, Gil. But if you are wrong a number of times in a row, you lose credibility and no one listens to you.
But here's the
But what
good
if the
thing: if you're wrong, you just switch it up. Oh, he was gonna go to the Lakers,
Yeah.
but then the Kings came in at the last minute.
Yeah, that's the question: is how many times has the source or the journalist that has the
No one,
source
because-
been wrong?
Because
Or
they just move.
how
You just
many
move
times
on to
has
the next
source
one.
been an actual person and not the person just typing this shit
Well,
out?
you would have to be wrong as a journalist pushing out that this source gave
And
you
then
this
people would
information.
stop listening.
Then we would have to find out who the source is.
That's what I'm saying. So-
but you have to be wrong for that.
How am I wrong?
In order
Source-
for us to find out that your source is your source, you have to be wrong. So it's to say, who gave you that information, bro? That shit is wrong.
So if I make a statement and say sources, my sources tell me that Anthony Davis is on the chopping blocks to be traded. How do you prove that's real?
As a journalist?
Yeah, no, as fans. How do you prove that's real? They're gonna say, "Oh, we're not trying to trade him. He gonna comment, what's going on?" And there's no proof there.
So
I
you
just
wait-
made it up.
but you wait-
Oh, sources say they decided they're gonna keep him.
Well,
That's
you know what I mean?
That is the beauty of
But
journalism.
that's the same. That's
It's
the same
fake.
thing. Like when I went to try to get the lawyers on the the National Basketball Players Association to talk on my behalf for collusion, and they told me that I needed a certain amount of information that I couldn't get from sources.
Couldn't get from sources.
And if I can't prove it, I shouldn't present it because you don't have no evidence. So if you don't got no evidence for sources, like you said, they can hide it, they can lie, they can literally be like, man, yeah, we just didn't want him. So it didn't have nothing to do with the fact that he was injured, because if you guys didn't pick him up because he was injured, that means we owe him workers' compensation,
Yeah.
right? But y'all can all, to avoid paying him that money, say we just didn't want him. You can literally lie.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't like journalists like you. If you had a certain standard of journalism, you should be able to say the source or not report it. You shouldn't just hide behind source, right? Right now, someone can say Memphis is upset with Ja Morant for what he's been doing this summer, and 99% of everyone's gonna believe it. We don't know what the fuck he's been doing this summer. We know he ain't been getting in trouble, but you can just put it out there because of the past, and it's gonna make sense to everyone.
But what if the source can say, I got plausible deniability? I don't know what you guys are talking about. And
Good.
of course, it's coming from the president or the CEO or the fucking owners. Coming from him directly to this, I want you to put this statement out.
Yeah, for sure.
Boom, 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 boom. You know you can't say my name, but it's coming from me.
Okay, now-
see how they respond to it.
Now, I like what you just said. Because if you say a source and we come to the source and the source be like, I didn't say none of that.
But how do we know that the source ain't lying?
That's what I'm saying. How do you know the source is not lying?
Now you just put him under the burner because you just denied that you was the source because you don't want to out yourself. Now he's under the burner. Now when the source give his ass another story, what are you going to do with it? Yeah, you just burned me last time. I'm not going to put this shit out no more.
But they still don't know who the source is.
But what I'm
Still
saying,
don't
But
know.
sometimes these sources need these stories to go out because they got their own personal
It's an
agenda.
agenda.
Of course,
Everybody
'cause the
has an
sources are
agenda.
in the organization,
Right,
and
so
they're the
they
ones
can't
trying
keep-
to
they
shake.
can't fuck
They're
with
trying to
the-
shake the shit
Or
up
they're negotiating with the
journalists to be like-
organization.
because we need them.
Yeah, because we need them.
We need the journalists.
So-
So they're just trying to shake shit up to see what everyone thinks about. If we move KD, what would you think?
Yeah, sometimes they like just checking the tip. And I think
Yeah,
that's
let me see what you think
pretty
about
pretty.
this. What you
Hey,
think
man,
about
look,
this?
listen,
But
And
it's
they present it to
business.
KD, and then he has to respond, and
Yes.
they're like testing him.
Yes.
Like,
How do you
weird.
feel? Are you really loyal to us, man? I just want to be here. I
like,
just
that
want to
shit
hoop.
is so
man,
corny.
players used to do that shit in the NBA, dog.
Still do.
They'll talk to him, but hey, man,
Hey, man, this man ain't passing the ball enough, man.
Don't you see it?
Sources say he's ball hogging.
Yeah.
Now, when he write it, sources inside the organization say McCants is ball hogging and need to pass the ball a little bit more.
And now
Need to pass it to Gil.
Now everybody's watching. Now everyone's watching
Now
every possession.
Wemby and his team.
Yeah, now he get to go out. Now he got to go out and give me back the ball.
every time, because they're watching
It ain't
now.
no real story thing. It was me.
Let's keep this. Well, Gil, you are
want the ball.
a source. You are a source. All right, let's
And that's how you do it if you're smart.
That's how we did it.
You smart, nigga.
That's how we did it.
You better pass them the ball, nigga.
let's keep it moving
He's
to
not
our.
passing Gil with the ball on purpose.
Yeah, man. Sorry, kill that motherfucker, man. He don't give you interviews anyway, man.
Let's keep it moving to our new segment back here on Gil's Arena. Since the offseason, we want to rank the top tier teams in the playoff picture in each conference on paper. So when we say playoff picture, we mean top 6 spots only, because those are the ones that are guaranteed entry, not the play-in. So we ranked each yesterday, so today let's shift to the Western Conference. The couch agrees on where a team should be ranked, and they will be added to our extremely sophisticated whiteboard where the official rankings will live. Underdog Fantasy spared no expense. To clarify, since yesterday there was some confusion, teams can move up and down the board as new teams are presented. We need at least 2 of the 3 of our Gil's Arena crew to agree before we can move on. If we can't agree where to rank a team, then we will leave it up to the chat. And I know none of y'all here want to do that, so y'all better get it together and agree. So our production team has decided on 12 Western Conference teams that will be vying for these top 6 spots. We're going to start with Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns. So they were 49-33, 6th in the West last season, lost in a sweep to the Timberwolves. Key offseason moves, nothing major. They did get Bo back. That is important. The people's champ. Andre Bo. Suns' big 3 were 26-15 in games they played together this season, but were only on the floor for a total of 862 minutes, 125 minutes in playoffs when they got
15. Okay.
So where should we rank the Suns amongst our paper champions?
Damn, who's even on
Fuck, that's a hard one. Okay, so Kevin Durant played 75 games. Bill played 53, so that's 22. He ain't play.
29.
Devin Booker
29.
68.
New coach also, Coach Bud in for Frank
Reese
Vogel.
and
Mike Budenholzer replacing Dirty Frank, as some on this couch know him, man.
Finished 6th last year. Yeah.
6th in the West last year.
West is kind of, damn.
And they have
leave
Bobo
him, I
back.
leave him there. That's it, 5 or 6. I don't know. Because I'm looking at the top 6 and I'm like, who am I kicking out the current top 6? I'm going to put Sacramento up there.
Yeah, I'm taking them out.
You're taking them out
I
of.
might put them right on the outside.
Lexie, you say 6, or now are they out as well? Because if you and Rashad come to a consensus, you have negated Gil's opinion.
Out. Suns are out.
Suns are out.
They can move on.
Lexie, do you agree with Rashad? Suns are out.
Lexie's got him in.
Suns didn't give me no hope in thinking that the future was going to be.
Well, now I'm thinking about the Clippers being out. And
Oh, we're gonna talk all these teams.
Yeah,
but
we're keeping the Suns in though, and the
'Cause
Kings are taking over
Teams
where
have
the
gotten
Clippers
better.
were.
Teams have gotten better.
I'm going because Clippers gotten worse, Mavs.
Got better.
I think
I don't
Westbrook
know.
going to Denver.
I don't know.
You know,
I can safely say 5.
Yeah, I said 5 or 6.
So, do you want to say 5 to agree with Gil so we can get a
Who's gonna be 6?
majority rule?
Denver, OKC,
Minnesota, Dallas,
Dallas,
Phoenix, and
Lakers.
no.
Kings.
Kings at 5. And then I'm throw LA in there at 6. And then
OKC, Denver, Minnesota,
I'm throwing them
Dallas.
26 and 15.
I'm throwing them out.
I still won
You're throwing
49
Phoenix
games.
out?
Yeah, just 3 guard heavy. They just
Gil, you said 5. Lexie, do you want to agree with Gil at 5, or do you want to say the Suns are out of the mix? We need a consensus. We do not want to leave this to the chat.
5 is cool.
So Gil and Lexie have both said 5.
5.
We'll put Suns at 5.
That's
Let's move on to our next team,
No, y'all don't know.
the Golden State Warriors.
No.
46 and 36 last season, 10th in the West.
Phoenix at 5.
They lost play into the Kings.
That's nasty.
But they finished.
All
They
of
finished
nasty.
6.
Nasty.
Still moving.
They finished finished sixth, not.
We have 12 teams, and we are on a tight time schedule.
Outwork.
We got to.
Go ahead.
Some of us need to pack for Vegas.
Go ahead. I do too.
Some of us need to pack for Vegas.
Go ahead.
They
Wash our draws.
not healthy.
So who?
Golden State Warriors, 46-36, 10th in the West last season. Lost playing game to the Kings. Key offseason moves. They picked up Kyle Anderson, Buddy Hield, and DeAnthony Melton, but lost Clay to the Mavs. Where should the Warriors rank amongst our paper champions?
I got out.
Yeah.
Out. Warriors are out. Good job, guy. Quick, efficient.
Wow.
Next up, the other team in Los Angeles, the Clippers.
Out.
51-31 this season, 4th in the West. Lost in the first round of the Mavs, 6 games. They re-signed James Harden. Westbrook opted into the season. They got Batum, Derrick Jones Jr., but lost Paul George to the Sixers. Where should the Clippers rank amongst the paper champions?
That's top 6.
Top 6 locked in playoff spot.
Shit.
I mean, they gotta be out.
I'm
Because
going
who else?
out.
Who
I
else
got
are you
out.
gonna move out?
Out.
We already moved out.
We have several more teams to go.
Not Phoenix yet.
I'm out.
Clippers out?
Yeah, out. They
Clippers
got-
are
yeah,
out.
'cause We kept Phoenix.
Clean sweep on the Clippers.
Phoenix or Clippers being out for me.
Next up, let's move to one of Rashad's favorite players, teams, the San Antonio Spurs. 22-60, 14th in the West last season, missed the playoffs.
Although.
Got Chris Paul, Harrison Barnes in that DeRozan trade. Drafted Stephon Castle out of UConn. Where should the Spurs rank amongst our paper champion?
They out too.
Yeah, they're out. I don't think
Out.
that's enough.
Out.
to win.
Spurs are out.
30 more
Spurs are out,
games.
but do we think, just for the sake of conversation, do you think the Spurs have a chance at the play-in this year?
Yeah. Facts. 100%.
Spurs are a play-in caliber
That was
team.
20
Can finish
plus
top 10 in the West.
20. You think they're gonna double?
Victor
their-
Wembanyama.
Can get 8 or 9. Yeah, for sure.
They have
With
a
CP and Harrison, those two vets that can get the ball. You know, they can score. They can make good plays.
so next up.
They would have to double their wins.
This is going to be a rough West season.
Man.
Next up,
lot
Gonna
of
beat
good
the
teams.
shit out of
that's why there's 12 teams vying for these 6 spots. Next up, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder were 57-25 this season, first in Adam Silver's Western Conference. Lost in the Western semis to the Wolves in 6 games. Traded Josh Giddey for Alex Caruso. Signed Isaiah Hartenstein.
I got them at 4.
Where should the Thunder rank amongst our paper champions?
4.
Lexie has the Thunder at 4.
6.
Rashad has them at 6.
Yeah, I'm not mad at 6.
I'm not fond of the Caruso Giddey. I think Giddey gave them more. But the Hardenstein.
Oh yeah, no, I'm 6 too.
The Hardenstein.
Yes, I changed.
Hardenstein.
So good. Where do you feel the Thunder
Wasn't enough.
will rank? Isaiah Hartenstein.
Well, they got him at 6. So
6? 6.
I mean, I had him at 3.
Gil had him at 3. Just wanted a preference, but we have majority rule on this couch. Thunder are 6th.
I got Dallas. Dallas.
Why such a significant drop in your guys' minds from first in the West last season?
Because other teams got better.
Did they not get better adding
Not as better as the other.
former Laker Alex Caruso?
To me, it's like when you look at OKC and the way that they got to that spot, they just play hard-nosed, play consistent throughout the season.
Young team.
Young team, and, when you play that way, you're going to take games from teams that don't come in thinking that
Well, now,
they're-
yeah, they got a target on their back.
Now they got a target. Now we see that you got.
Now they know what to expect.
Yeah, we know what to expect.
So it's be
now.
different.
Yeah, it'll be.
All right, so now let's move on. Sacramento Kings are our next team. They were 46-36, 9th in the West. Lost in the final playing game to the Pelicans after knocking the Warriors out, have to say that. So they acquired DeMar DeRozan via sign and trade, traded Harrison Barnes, also re-signed Malik Monk. Where should the Kings rank amongst our paper champions?
4.
We got to go 4 since y'all got 5. I was gonna have them 5, but 4 is good.
4 good. Lexie, you say 4 for the Kings. Gil, where are you putting the Kings even though majority's already ruled? Just want to know.
I mean, they weren't that many games behind. They were like between 3 and 5 games out of.
It was a very, very, very tough Western Conference this
I
past
want to see
season.
how many games did the best player play.
Is it about Fox or Sabonis?
Sabonis. Both of them. Sabonis played more. I think he close to getting the
Sabonis.
Iron Man.
Maybe he'll get some love this year. Because he deserves it.
Facts.
So Fox played 74 games.
It's a lot.
Sabonis played 82.
And
Damn.
Sabonis played 82.
Yeah, he needs to get way
And-
more
and where did they finish?
recognition.
Ninth.
Out.
Gil has the Kings out. Where you have them?
Huh?
I had him at 4.
We got him at
4, I
4.
know.
So majority
The fact
rules.
that their two best players, the two best players played damn near the whole season, and that's where they were.
But they were
Now they have DeMar
4 or
DeRozan.
5 wins behind 6th place. And now they have DeMar.
So
You don't think
Yeah,
it
so
changes?
you add DeRozan, you fighting for 6.
Gil said they were out, but
Right.
Rashad and Lexie both said 4th. So we have a majority rule on that. Kings are 4th. Based on that, so let's recap quickly.
I would have put him in. I would have put him at 8th.
You guys have Warriors, Clippers, and Spurs out. Currently have Thunder in 6th, Suns in 5th, Kings in 4th. Let's move on to the most important team in this discussion, the Los Angeles Lakers. 47 and 35, 7th in the West. In-season tournament champions, the first in-season tournament championship in NBA history.
Man, that seems so long ago.
Banner number 18.
You know, when you're a champion,
Tying the
you seem
Celtics.
alone. Seem.
A powerful. Unfortunately, that derailed the rest of their season, focusing on the most important championship, the hardest one to win.
Here.
They drafted Dalton Connect
Number
and
one.
Bronny James. Where should the Lakers rank amongst our paper champions? Also,
1,
Gil has Lakers at
1, baby.
Outta here.
I can't find any reason to argue with that.
Wait, just hear me out though.
Hear Gil out.
We got LeBron James,
Okay.
They do have LeBron.
right? That's like Donkey
Who
Kong.
you negotiating with, her or me?
No, I'm just saying. That's like.
You talking to her or you
So we
talking
got
to me?
Donkey Kong,
I
right?
can do this when you say that.
No,
shit
we
again.
just
say it again.
Well, you know, like in the video game, we got Donkey Kong, and now we got Donkey Kong Jr. Right? That's a better game.
Not if we
That's a better game.
Better game by a lot of standards.
That was
do
a
not
better.
play on that system no more.
Diddy
do not play on-
Diddy Kong was nice.
We don't got it.
Right? So I'm just saying we got 2 LeBron Jameses on the court. Not just one.
There are 2
We
LeBrons.
got 2.
Two LeBrons on the Lakers
when
roster.
Big James gets hurt, we can put his DNA, we put the little DNA in there. Hype him back up. I'm going 1. So what y'all got?
I'm gonna use my veto power.
And do what?
You guys vote do not count now. We're no, I'm just kidding. No.
Now,
So Gil has Lakers 1, but Rashad and Lexie both have Lakers out. Unfortunately, due to the rules, which have now become very annoying, majority rules, Lakers are out.
Almost.
Gil, you're right. We should have changed the rules.
Fine. Just sit your little ass over there. Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr.
Donkey and Diddy.
2 James. Never had 2 James.
2 LeBron.
We have 2 LeBron James on the roster.
I was watching from the sideline today.
Career points leaders combined. So our next team up is the New Orleans Pelicans. 49 and 33, they were 8th in the West. Got the 8th seed after getting the win over the Kings in the play-in tournament. They were swept in the first round by the Thunder. They got DeJounte Murray, but lost Valanciunas to the Wizards. Where do the Pelicans rank?
We can just go ahead and fill in.
They lost a big.
Lost
What we doing
Valanciunas.
this for?
So 2 outs for the Pelicans.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
It's tough when you just look at 1, 2, 3 left on the board.
Right.
Yeah, that's just, yeah. But
You know what that is.
Denver.
next up, this one's going to be tough. Minnesota Timberwolves, 56 and 26, 3rd in the West. Lost to the Mavs in the Western Conference Finals in 5 games. Signed Joe Ingles. Also acquired Rob Dillingham in a trade. Where should the Wolves?
Ingles?
Joe Ingles. Where should the Wolves rank amongst our paper champions?
They were 3 last year. We're tied for no.
Yeah.
3-way tie.
Yeah.
Three-way tie,
OKC,
damn near.
Denver.
I got him at 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2.
2. Timberwolves moving up. They did lose Kyle Anderson, also known as Lee Kyer.
Oh shit!
Lee Kyer.
No.
Don't get him started on
Lee
Kyle.
Kyer in China.
Oh man, we lost a whole 4 points.
Gil, you will live to regret that. Mr. B, Brandon Jennings, has just entered the arena. He has just pulled up for our post-show meeting. Obviously got swept by Kenyon. Not in a particularly good mood right now.
Dang, you came in here mad as shit.
Not very happy, but Timberwolves 2, let's keep it moving. The Grizzlies of Memphis, 27-55, 13th in the West. They missed the playoffs, drafted Zach Edey out of Purdue, getting a healthy John Morant. Desmond Bane, Marcus Smart back. Where should the Grizzlies rank amongst our paper champions?
I think they're out, but after our little dialogue,
That's why I tried to set you guys up earlier in the show.
they're fringe. I feel like.
No, because we could have orchestrated this shit a little bit better. The Lakers could have been in. I think Denver can be out.
Rashad.
We will get to them shortly.
Out?
I feel like Denver's days are numbered.
Not mad.
I'm thinking
Out
Denver's
of top 6?
out of
Who did
the
they lose?
six.
They just lost who?
They lost KCP and Reggie Jackson.
We are not talking about them currently. We are talking about the Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay.
We appreciate the conversation. Always shifting to some shit we were not even.
We could have slid the Lakers in at 6, but you put the Suns there. I'm in limbo with the Suns even being there, which then says the Suns got to fight against the Pelicans and the Clippers. Depending on who the Warriors get, they might even make a run for top 6, depending on how the season goes. But I see Denver in there like scrambling.
We are talking Grizzlies.
Denver scrambling.
Grizzlies are out.
Grizzlies are out.
Yeah, Grizzlies.
Okay, so now let's move on to our next team. The Dallas Mavericks. 50-32 this season, 5th in the West. Reached the NBA Finals, lost in 5 games to the Celtics. Got Klay Thompson in sign and trade, but lost Tim Hardaway Jr. and Derrick Jones Jr. Where should the Mavs be on our paper champion board?
1.
Got Mavs at the top team in the Western Conference right now.
Well, they end up. They was champions, right? They won the West. They won the West.
Yeah, that's fair.
Without Klay Thompson.
That is a very valid point.
Valid. Rashad says number 1. Lexie, what are you feeling?
What did they rank last year? 5?
They were 5th in the West last season.
I mean, shit, y'all got me.
That's crazy.
Y'all got me
I'm
second guessing
in.
Denver.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know, as long as Jokic is on the floor.
Yeah, y'all want to move Timberwolves to the 1 spot?
I like Dallas.
Regular season?
Because think about that. Think about Timberwolves, what they were struggling with. They didn't get better at the things they were struggling with.
Man, I don't not see
They didn't
Dallas.
make any
I don't see
changes.
Dallas being a number
Dallas
1 team
made
in
them.
regular
not
season.
number 1. No.
They're too small now. Oh, they're too.
They're gonna. I think even trying to figure that part out with them 3, that's a better big 3 that the Suns got.
No.
To me.
As far as playing, maybe not individually, but together.
Yeah, together, them 3.
I'm just thinking about defensively that they were bad last year. Luka's bad last
And
year.
they still made it all the way to the top of the
Yeah,
West.
I mean that's. But they didn't. Their record didn't say that they were the best they had. They were at 5th, right?
Yeah.
They were 5th last year.
But then
Fifth-
Kyrie missed
fifth-
a lot.
yeah,
Luka missed
Kyrie
some.
missed, and there's no
They had the
Klay.
trades in the middle of the season.
You depending on Derrick Jones Jr. to hit 3s for you. Now you got Klay.
Yeah, but now you left 42-inch vertical defensively for 32-inch.
Washington, move to his spot, man. Get in the gym, get that vertical up.
32-inch vertical. Then you got Kyrie with his vertical and Luka with his 21-inch vertical. That's very hard.
That's a small metric of stats that we need to cover the basis of. We need scoring. We're going to get 18 a game from this dude. We got rid of
Regular
Tim Hardaway Jr. And we need a shooter. That's a guy right there. That's man, they're definitely number 1 in the West.
So you would put.
So Rashad, Mavs at number 1. Lexie and Gil, we need your vote. We do not want to let the chat get involved.
No, it's because I don't.
Number
You're
1.
right, because I don't think Denver's number 1 either. That's why I said it's easier to say.
Maybe Minnesota at 1.
That's
They're not
why.
1 either.
I know
Got
that's why.
outplayed.
No one's number 1.
They got outplayed.
so
Dallas
Denver-
outplayed them without Klay Thompson.
But they're jumping from 5 to 1.
Man,
One,
no Klay.
the best team in the West.
Gafford and Lively outplayed Rudy and Cat. And Nas Reed.
I'm mad about that Thunder. Because
Well, you would take. Oh gosh.
Thunder.
We need an answer.
Thunder and the Thunder and Denver. To me, man, toss up with the Lakers. You could throw them in there.
Denver,
They one of them 3.
Thunder.
Certain teams played good last
Where
year.
you say Denver's going? What pick?
Outside.
He said out.
Outside.
Outside.
No, they're
I think
not
they get
going
7.
out of 6.
They go 7.
They're not going past 6.
Joker hasn't had any setbacks in the last 5 years.
Right.
He ain't took no seasons off and nothing.
So you
Hey, he look.
Terrible.
But I don't know. He's skinny now too.
And
Last
he's gonna
reports.
go play in the Olympics, right?
Yeah, he's playing in the Olympics.
No KCP, no Reggie Jackson. You ain't really got no bench. Gordon ain't. Is he a high
I don't
top?
think they're the number one team, but
Jamal Murray, them three.
think
Jamal
Dallas
Murray,
is
Gordon,
either.
and Jokic.
What?
Nah, that
number
ain't
one
enough.
team.
Michael Porter Jr. got to come back and be a real star. He ain't. I'm not.
He might, and what if he does?
Compared to everybody else's lineups, the Kings better than Denver to me right now. I'm matching
On
up
paper.
Sabonis
On paper, because we don't know.
Sabonis versus Joker.
I think we got Thunder too low.
Above the Suns,
Should
they
we
should be
flip-
above the Suns.
So
For
we should
sure.
should we
Suns
move the
shouldn't be
Suns?
in there, bro.
We should put
the
the
Lakers
Suns
should
at
be in there
6.
instead of the Suns.
We should put the Suns at 6, the Thunder at 4, and the Kings at 5.
But then you still have Denver. Do you think Denver? I don't know if Denver's going to be better than.
I don't know. As long as Jokic is healthy and playing, they got a chance to be top.
Where are we putting the Mavs?
They need
Can
a
we
full
move?
roster.
We can move. Can we
Mavs
move
need a
things?
full roster. Why did the Denver lose to the Timberwolves?
Because they had Jamal Murray in hell.
Matchup. There's matchup problems.
Jamal Murray's calf issue?
They didn't have enough.
No, they just matchup
Denver
problems.
didn't have enough.
No.
Matchup problems.
Denver did not have enough.
So we
They
need.
knew if they took Jamal Murray out the game, it would just be Joker.
But if
by
they
himself.
didn't play Minnesota, they would have been in a.
That's what- we can't think about the playoffs. We got to think about how they play in regular
They
season.
barely beat the Lakers on the buzzer beater
But they beat them.
twice.
But they beat them.
Rashad, that's the nicest thing you said about the Lakers in a long
Just
time.
saying, I'm just showing you where the Nuggets are when you come to
You
looking
think
at theirs.
Wolves are one?
Like,
'Cause
they
they're
didn't
moving
perform
so
like they
fast.
dominated.
It'd be Thunder or Timberwolves number one.
So
We
we
have
have the
Thunder
Dallas
too low?
Mavericks. We need to put them in a spot.
We have
Mavericks
Thunder.
are 3.
Mavericks 3.
We got to move.
I go Mavericks 3.
Mavericks 3. We have a consensus. All right. Brandon is giving us the international move around symbol. So this brings us to our last team,
And Denver, no.
and probably the most important team in this conversation, the Portland Trailblazers. No, I'm just messing with y'all. Our next team is the Denver Nuggets, 57-25, second in the West. There was a 3-way tie for the top spot in the West. Thunder got first, Nuggets got second. Or 2-way tie, excuse me.
See, did we disrespect OKC a little
Yeah, I
bit?
think so. I got Denver 4.
2-way tie. Nuggets got second.
Denver 4.
I got Denver 4.
Lost to Timberwolves in Western Conference semis 7 games. Lost KCP and Reggie Jackson.
Denver 4. Move Timberwolves to 1.
I got Denver 4.
Move Timberwolves up and OKC right behind them.
So where do Kings go? Out?
The Kings.
Thank you, Brandon. You're back on payroll. So
Are we moving it? We're moving it.
so what are we doing
Why
now?
are the Suns? in there,
Timberwolves
Brandon?
1.
Timberwolves 1. And where are we putting the Nuggets?
2.
Nuggets 2.
I got Thunder
They
2.
picked the Suns in there, bro.
So Nuggets 2, Mavericks 3. So does this complete? Oh wait,
No.
Nuggets.
Said, who did we say 2?
Who's 2?
Thunder.
Thunder. Yeah,
Thunder 2. Ooh. So Thunder 2.
Yep. So is that Sacramento? That's who you have.
Yeah.
So wait, who's now 3?
Sacramento under.
Suns is
Phoenix?
out.
No.
Suns should be out.
No, Suns-
Sac should be 5, and then
Who is 6 then? I put the Suns at 6 then.
Lakers 6. Suns is out. Lakers 6.
Rashad.
I mean, I think we're trying to go for three-peat on the playing game. I'm gonna just be honest with you.
We do have success in the play.
Three-peat playing game.
Denver 5. No wait. Dallas 5. Sorry.
So who's 3 now?
Oh shit. My head hurts.
We need that 6th spot.
Wait, just put the Kings there for right now so
Okay.
we see everybody, and then we can read.
And then flip flop the Suns and the Kings.
Okay, so right now, Timberwolves, Thunder, Mavericks, Nuggets, Suns, Kings.
That's nasty.
What
They had
needs
a
to move
Mavericks
around,
that's
Rashad?
number 3, and they beat the shit out of both of them in front of them. And they got a bigger acquisition.
That is
than both of
playoff.
them.
You're talking playoffs. We're talking regular season.
Regular season.
To
Nasty.
get to the playoffs, so they could beat the shit out of them again.
Hell yeah. And they got a new guy.
Because I know Luka's only going to play about 72 to 66 games. That's just his resume. He's only playing about 60 to 68 games a season. They literally hold him out enough to stay fresh.
The Suns don't got no Anthony Davis. See, you lose LeBron, you still got 8.
How many games they won? They were in the 6th spot and they missed damn near all of last year.
Who?
The Suns.
49 wins.
As I said, they're like we're not really thinking about this as if all of them play, let's say all of them play 72 games.
Right.
They're not going to be a 5th seed.
They're going to be
What are they going to be?
higher.
It'd be higher.
No.
They're not going to
hell
be out
no.
the top 6.
Hell no.
They're not going to be out of the
Because
top
they
6.
they
were
played
still-
together. They wasn't playing like that. They wasn't still just blowing niggas
But they
out
were
winning.
still at 6.
They wasn't winning like
They're
that.
not going to be
though.
out.
Because they
of the
was
top
coming in
6.
and out, but I'm saying they were coming in and out. If we're going to give them 70 games, that means they're going to be willed or machine.
Failed experiment.
So, are we comfortable with this list as constructed?
I'm going to just tell you, man,
Suns
that
out.
top 4,
Suns out, Kings up, Lakers in.
that top 4 is going to be crucial, and that 7, 8, 9, 10 is going to be brutal, dog. Just look at the teams that's out. That's going to be. You got the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors, or the Kings or the Suns. That's going to be some good ass basketball.
So, are we are we comfortable with this list?
Hell no. It's just.
Will we accept it?
I did not just say the top 4 going to be battling.
We will revisit it later this
Look at
summer.
that. Let me say, look at the out list, right? We can say, we want to take the Suns out, put the Lakers in, and, like they're stars. This ain't like they're stars.
Is this proof?
sitting-
Is this proof of how much better the Western Conference is than the Eastern?
Oh, everybody
Yeah.
knows.
No, we had to do the East though. We got to do the East.
We did the East.
Yesterday.
Y'all did the
Yesterday.
East yesterday? I didn't. Okay.
Oh, wait, yeah. What was
It was
I,
easy.
I said invite Rashad. I got vetoed.
None of it had
I said,
that.
can we please have Rashad? Everybody be.
Boston.
It was like Boston, Philly,
Bucks, New York, Bucks.
Buck, it was Bucks.
So y'all got through that list
New York.
quick.
It was
It was 5-6.
Orlando.
5. Orlando.
And
No. Indiana. Was it Indiana 6?
So some of the chat say.
also Philly replaced Cleveland in the how they finished.
So we will hold this for right now. We will revisit this later in the summer, depending on how moves pan out. But as it stands right now, Timberwolves 1, Thunder 2, Mavericks 3, Nuggets 4, Suns 5, Kings 6, and in the outhouse, the Warriors, Clippers, Spurs,
Ooh,
Lakers.
throwing another year.
Pelicans, Grizzlies.
Throwing another year of Rockets in the mix.
Hey, fuck another year, bro. Them Suns is in trouble. Them Suns is in trouble. And I think them Nuggets is in trouble.
Well, they missed.
Mark my words.
What I'm saying is-
Nostradamus again. Them 2 teams is in trouble.
All right, well,
They have the upside is with the Suns. Whatever happened wrong last year happened, and they still was 6. Anything that went wrong happened last year. They were 6.
Denver can only go down.
Yeah, that's
Because their guys are
We
playing.
moved them down.
well, now let's.
Like
let's-
even
when you're on a roller coaster and you're
Even-
looking down, guess what's about to happen? You're about to go down.
Even with Thunder,
go down.
even Thunder is sitting there like this because they're young, but most of their guys played. Their starting 5 played 72 games and above, so they were there. They were all there.
I even believe that was a momentum season for them. That season went the way it went because they were consistent and everybody else was going like this. If we come into the season, everybody going like this, man, Thunder gonna be 6-7.
This is the
6-7. We figuring y'all out now. We know how y'all do. Y'all come in here, y'all gonna play hard. There's a bunch of roster full of niggas who just play hard.
But that's the thing about SGA. That's what everyone loves about him is he wasn't getting like 50 and then like 20 some. It was 30, 30, 30, 30.
Because he knew what his team needed.
I don't think Mavs is going to be as. I don't know.
when we will revisit
Luka's going
this
to have
list.
to make a decision.
Pass it. He's getting 10 assists.
No, what I'm
Pass that
saying is,
corner to that nigga that's not.
If
gonna
we
miss.
say his offense is that good because of Clay's there, that means he can't average 30-something. If he's averaging 30-something, that means Clay ain't getting off.
He can though. Think about his assists. He's averaging 34, 9, and 9. 9 of those assists, 6 of them going to Clay.
Do you know where a great place to revisit this conversation?
9, 12, 15, 15
all them
points.
damn points. Though. I mean, I know he
The
probably
more, the
wants
better
to
your team,
himself,
the
but
better
he
your team
doesn't-
gets, the
the
more
lower
your production goes.
Yeah.
Not
So we'll see
Look
the
at
beginning of the season.
Boston.
Those
Shit.
assists are segmented to a new player that can do shit.
Those assists are going to little easy little lobs for niggas who's averaging 4 points.
Those assists was going to Derrick Jones Jr. and what PJ Washington shooting them wide open threes. They were wide open shots.
Right, it's easy to pass
Josh
to a
Green,
wide open
you
person.
passing it to Klay Thompson
Klay is not
now.
gonna be wide open.
You're passing to Klay
He's not
Thompson.
gonna be
Klay
wide
said
open.
the reason I chose Dallas is because I seen how easy the
He's gonna
shots
be
is.
more open, which to most people would not be wide open, but to him, he'll probably feel wide open. But he's still gonna be very.
So this is how our list stands right now. We will revisit. You know where a great place would be to talk about this list? Las Vegas, Nevada, where we will be starting this Saturday at the Sirius XM Studios at the Wynn, Gills Arena, live Saturday through Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific to 3 p.m. Pacific, 4 to 6 Eastern. We didn't have to clap for that, but that's just what we're going to be doing. So we're going to get to packing, but now let's move on to MostlyFans.
I really gotta itch that Lakers gonna be number one. I'm just
Yeah,
Number one.
probably the most rational thing that you've said since I've worked with you on the show. It's easy to believe. No. Two LeBrons, Rashad. There was two LeBrons on the roster.
you know,
I would love it for the story, but
his son gonna be watching
I
him
love
like
it for
right
the
off the
doc.
bench, so he gotta come and play like, this is for you, son.
Two LeBrons.
Go, daddy, go.
You see how Jaden Smith turned out, right?
What does that mean?
Will Smith and Jaden, they just don't do well in movies together.
You crazy.
Just don't do
Pursuit of
well.
Happiness, not
Pursuit
a
of
gold.
Happiness.
A good-ass movie.
It wasn't the movie I was referring to.
The other one?
Yeah,
The one that
whatever.
crashed?
After Earth.
That was cool too.
You know, nigga.
They can't be doing British
That wouldn't have
accents.
worked for anybody.
That was when he was a baby. See, Pursuit was early.
Thank you.
Ronnie, that was Bronny in Cleveland.
That's how we're starting. This is how we're starting.
But now,
Our first movie together.
Dad, it's enough, okay, Dad? Shit.
All right, so our questions from underdog user Quan Tron said, Steph never won a title but had the same numbers. Would he be called influential? Steph never won a title but did everything else the same. Would he be called influential?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was able to, I mean, if he
influence is
didn't
not
win,
winning
they would be like, stop doing that shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
influence is
think
not
so.
winning championships.
I don't think
But
so.
he's been able to continue to play that way because of the championships.
No, you got to think. No, you got to think about it. Yes, that's the truth. Because back then, you got to remember, the point that position itself was not a championship resume for scoring guards. So when he won it with that style, it kind of opened up the floodgates for this new generation of guards being able to score. If he just came down, shot the ball, and it was meaningless,
He'd be Trae Young.
they would have, like how they do Trae Young. It's the same thing, but they didn't like it. Because he won a championship, they had to respect his style. And then the fact that he won multiple ones, they're like, this shit works, and that's what changed the game.
What does that mean?
That's what changed the game.
Who does that?
Does Dame do, is it Dame time?
Does he do that?
Does that Dame
Is that
time?
They shoot
Dame
from
time?
the same
Is that what you're
area?
doing?
They shoot from the same area code, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like 3 of them that does it, right?
No, yeah. So Dame.
So
what
to
I'm
make it
saying.
okay for Dame, it wasn't the championships that made it okay. It was the style.
It was
But is this,
Steph winning.
But he's not. What was the
It
question?
was the fact that I could
If
come down.
Steph never won a title but had the same numbers. Would he be called influential?
He's not.
He's
so
not
is Dame
influential.
influential to the league?
Dame is influential to the league. It's Dame time. Why? Logo Lillard. Logo Lillard.
No.
We have a
What do
special.
you mean?
Special.
We're talking about to the masses.
Yeah, little guys that can shoot from far away.
No.
Steph started it, and he started
the
it
point.
before he won a championship. He started it before.
Mr. B, would you like to interject?
It's his favorite player. So
I mean, if Steph don't win the rings, he's not influential at all.
No.
okay.
Did Allen Iverson win the ring?
He didn't need to. He won it.
I'm just
He's
asking
the people's champ.
I'm just asking questions.
No, but he got MVP and he went to the finals though.
Did he win a championship?
No.
No,
We're
but he got
talking
there, though.
about Steph Curry in particular. We're not
was Allen
comparing
Iverson
influences.
was Allen Iverson influential?
He was.
Yes.
Okay, without a championship.
Yes.
Okay, so why is Steph Curry not?
Okay. So how about when they both got into the draft, were they even in the same building as people? Who? When Allen Iverson came into the league and Steph came into the league, were they even on the same planet for influential?
Yeah, because Steph came from Davidson and March Madness and
One was a #1 pick and one was the 4th point guard to be drafted in this class. They wasn't even on the same planet.
Yeah, they were. It was just
No.
about picks back then. Back then, Steph got picked where he was because he was small,
It took
combo,
Steph
but
years.
Steph had Bron and them coming to his game in college.
Cool.
That was he starting his
Everybody's
influence.
games.
Huh?
Go to everybody's
He
games.
didn't go to my games. Shit, he didn't go to mine. That nigga, hey, but that Davison had stars at their games. Watching Steph Curry run around, shoot threes, and looking.
And if you don't, yeah, and then that was his college influence. Boom.
But he had influence. I'm saying when he get to go to
Stephen
state,
Davison?
But he had to
started
start
shooting them
over.
threes. No,
It
he
took
didn't
him
have
some
league?
time.
No, he got hurt. His ankle got hurt.
Exactly.
Let me
He
know
still had influence, and he playing with Monte Ellis, who he
What
just got
draft was he
maxed
in?
out.
2000 what?
2009.
Yeah, 2009.
Yeah, Steph was 7.
So Harden was picked in front of him, Tyreek Evans, Rubio, Johnny Flynn, and then Steph.
And they all played good in college. Shoot.
Blake Griffin, number 1.
But what
pick
I'm
in
saying
that
is, if you're putting him on the same pedestal as Allen Iverson,
Without a championship.
without a champ, what I'm saying is the name starting off the career was very different. Allen Iverson was a bona fide star. One had to build his stardom. One was a star, right? They started off their careers different. So Steph Curry's winning pushed him into this category as a star player.
I disagree because his skill set that makes him a star, he's always had it.
Exactly.
college.
So
His
the
skill set had nothing to do with the- no.
winning
He's
put him into a different
different category.
element.
So why are the kids out there shooting that shit with no regard? They're not even thinking about winning.
When did they start? After he won a championship.
Oh,
It didn't start before.
He got the.
It didn't start
he got the
before.
Under Armour contract before the championships, right?
No.
He had his own shoe before.
No. No, they didn't.
For sure.
No. His NBA deal was some bullshit. Drew Holiday was an all-star. He was the all-star he was the first all-star in the class. Drew Holiday
So Steph.
in Philadelphia.
When was the first championship? 2015.
20 Steph. Steph debuted his first signature shoe January, I believe, of 2015.
2015. After the championship.
Right, when
No,
he was about to
before.
win it.
Before. Yeah,
When
before
he
the
was
first
about to go
was
win
before.
it.
So his first.
So when he
title
was on, when he was
2015.
because remember that the year before he got popping, and then starting off that next season,
The Curry
he
one
was
though.
on fire.
The Curry one debut before he won his first championship.
Before he won.
A couple months, but that year. But talk about that year.
Yeah.
So the
I-
reason for the Steph Curry one was because Steph Curry was Steph Curry with Mark Jackson.
What was no? That was before. That Mark Jackson was gone when he shot him.
2013. I'm saying when he became Steph. Steph became Steph before the championship.
Steph signed with Under Armour in 2013. About a $4 million deal.
Steph-
$4 million. Say that again.
In 2013.
And what?
$4 million.
$4 million.
A $4 million deal. A $4 million deal.
What does that mean? Still a signature shoe.
$4 million.
Signature shoe dropped 2015 before the Warriors won their first championship.
What was the record when he signed it? 20. What they went on a 20-game winning streak, 24-game winning streak. That was that year.
And what year did he win MVP?
That year.
2015?
I guess at the end of
The
the
start of the next season.
Yeah.
Huh?
The next year. Win streak was the next year.
Started the next season.
24.
The 24-0, remember?
Oh yeah, that was the following year.
That was what's that crazy record season, right? He lost.
67.
So I guess we just agree to disagree.
So his
Y'all
first
believe
deal.
that
So
Steph
his
is
first deal.
win
So
for
his
the
first
championship?
contract. Drew Holiday was making more than him too.
So we will agree to disagree on this topic. That is our show for today. We appreciate all of you for pulling up to Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop.
Shout out to all of my folks out there supporting the Move Around podcast. And my boy A.
Move around.
Verb and Rito Brown, man.
Shout out to Averb, Rito
Talking
Brown, and
shit.
Rashad.
We're gonna be in
Move Around
Vegas.
podcast, generational,
Doing
for
a
the
lot of
people.
shit.
Get right or get left.
Get right or get
We will
left.
see y'all in Vegas starting this Saturday. Make sure you tap in with us. We got a bunch of special guests. Hopefully some gentleman's cut is on the way. Steph Curry, please. We need to get inebriated as we go to Vegas for Summer League. We will be at Bronny's game on Friday if you need us. But this has been Gil's Arena presented by Underdog Fantasy. Whoop, whoop. We'll see y'all in Vegas on Saturday.